Yay!
All right.
Did I see Digi join? I think I saw Digi join.
Let me peek. Since I'm the only one that can bring Digi up. Yep, you did see Digi.
Digi uppies! Hi guys. I'm cutting my shirt at the moment because I'm trying to make it fit better. And tying in the ends of it. Like, you know how like going down a t-shirt and like cutting it and tying it, cutting it. It takes forever.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I don't have that problem because I keep going up. So for me, it's just, I'll just go fucking pay.
My kid's godfather bought me $250 in new clothes today. It's all going to come in from Amazon.
Oh, damn.
Well, I can't fit in anything and I have to go to work still, so I can't go looking like I'm wearing a paper bag.
That's very true.
I sent MySpace a photo of like me with my pants stretched, like with my holding my pants out. You can almost fit my kid in there.
Damn.
Holy cow. How much did you, can I just ask, how much have you lost?
I don't know because I won't get on a scale because I'm not losing weight on purpose. I'm just losing weight because I'm sick. And so I refuse to get on the scale so I don't freak out.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's nice because I was a double XL and now I'm in a large. And so I look great, but it's not for healthy reasons.
Yeah, I just crossed the 40-pound mark that I've lost since being on my GLP-1.
Everybody keeps accusing me of being on GLP-1s and Ozempic and all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, nope, I'm just sick. But good for you, dude. I'm glad that you're getting some results out of that.
I appreciate that.
I had gastric bypass when I was 22, so I really can't touch the stuff without doctor's approval.
Right.
But I used to weigh almost 300 pounds before I had the surgery.
I need to lose weight. One day.
I recommend getting sick. That really helps.
I only eat one meal a fucking day. I mean, shit.
Law, I would, the GLP-1 that I'm on, I tell you, is fantastic. I'm on Zepbound, and I haven't had any side effects from it at all, period.
See, but with me, I will get any side effect. Like, that's why we've had to be really careful with my migraine meds.
Right.
And, we can't talk about mental health shit. Nope. We gotta stay on politics. Won't do it. No, but one day.
So,
so how about that douche in the White House?
right. So what is going, so I take it that there's been several more now unalivings by ICE. I haven't done any. Morning. There was one this morning. What happened with the one this morning?
Yeah, they unalived a guy in Maine this morning, and then they admitted, oops, we got the wrong guy.
Again?
Yep.
All right, I gotta look for this.
I know they got a guy in Houston, Texas recently and unalived him as well.
Yeah, my friend was 15 minutes from that. She said she saw all the police cars and ambulance and all that stuff.
See, it would be hard to do in San Antonio because like 90% of the population around here is brown, and it'd be really hard.
Right. Let's see.
Wait, is that the guy we're looking for? It might be. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we just have nobody left to work.
Pew pew him anyway.
Pew pew him. We'll find out. Oh, damn, wrong guy.
One less in the country. Oh well.
That's what the fuck they're doing now. It's like
they really are.
Is that him? We're not sure. Get him.
Oh, sorry, dude. Wrong guy.
Yeah, I
It's
have
like,
a
really, seriously.
Socialist liberals, they're wanting to arrest and deport now. Where are they going to deport you to? Is my question.
yeah. I have a friend from Washington State. Her parents were taken. They were, I guess, her parents and her sister were in their vehicle, and they were headed to the mall and got pulled over by ICE. ICE didn't say a fucking word to them. They just walked up to their car, smashed all of their fucking windows out, and drugged them out of the car. And then they left my friend's 17-year-old sister there stranded.
Jesus. God. So here's what AP News says on it. U.S. Department of Homeland Security said in a post on the social platform X that ICE was surveilling an address for a person with a final order of removal when ICE tried to stop a vehicle driven by someone coming from that address. The vehicle, in quotes, the vehicle attempted to flee the scene, and fearing for public safety, the officer discharged his pew-pew. I've got nothing. I've got nothing.
Drive their car.
They are not.
These idiots.
They are not allowed to fucking do like that. Is against so many fucking policies.
I don't know if anyone saw the video that was released. If you see the video, especially even he was avoiding them literally. The person in the car.
Was this from today or the one on Tuesday?
No, this is the one from today. The one in Maine.
Today.
Yeah. The one in Maine. So the one that the daughter was in the car and the
Oh my god, his daughter. Oh my
and the
god.
ICE officer pew-pewed him in the face.
Oh my god.
They have the video. Aaron Parnas put the video up, and part of the video shows that he was backing away and trying to pull over because they were side putting him in, and the daughter was in the other part of the car, and he was pulling back, and then tried to pull on the other thing, and instead of just letting him like maneuver in order to fix it, they took the pew pew out and pew pewed into the car and got him in the face. And they show that the car rolls to a stop, and they literally take his body out of the car. It's almost like Gestapo, like how they did it. You can see it was absolutely bonkers how they handle it. It was, you can clearly see these people are untrained. There's this is like just giving random people pew-pews and giving them political power and then telling them to go for it. It's like,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say about how untrained they are. There's been several videos of ICE officers remember when they were in Minnesota and it was, there was snow and ice on the ground.
Yeah.
There's a video of an ICE agent that literally he had his long range, high powered pew pew in his hand, right? And he fell and slipped, and when he did, the safety wasn't on his weapon, and it went off. You could see the muzzle. You could see the muzzle flash on the video.
And don't forget, these people are not trained whatsoever in de-escalation. The only thing they do is know how to escalate. They escalate the situation, and then they go right to violence, and then they back off, and they're like, oh, well, we had to, and then make some excuse up. They go right away to escalation all the time.
Well,
everything.
Agents, I mean, not only with DHS and ICE and all that, but even, police officers
have been in the rise too. They said it's been on the rise, that they've become more.
Hold on.
No, I was just saying because I just saw a study on that.
Are not supposed to shoot at or pew pew at moving vehicles because the risk of it causing damage to other places or other people is so great that, if the driver is hit, that car could end up veering into, other people or a house, or or if the officer misses, they could hit someone else. Like there are reasons that they have these fucking policies. I don't understand.
It's the same thing with chases, where they're told when a chase escalates beyond a certain point, they're told to back down because the risk to civilians is higher.
Exactly.
These are
It just fucking gets to me. Like, this is
the collateral damage gets higher. You're not supposed to have huge collateral damage besides, and especially something as minor as an immigration charge. Seriously, these are not people that have severe charges or criminal records or anything that you're going against. You're literally going against probably a deportation case that's a minor, or even
anything immigration related, barring other charges, criminal charges, is a misdemeanor.
That's what I'm saying. And then they're treating it like it's like a federal, a major murder or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Murder.
It's not criminal. Yeah. American, age, state, and who you voted for, please.
Yeah. 67, California, Harris.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. What do I think of the prompt?
Sure. You voted for Harris, so I'm going to assume.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's I guess I'm an old G. I was born in '59, and I've been through a couple presidents. I was in the Marine Corps for 14 years, and
thank you for your sacrifice.
This whole thing has come apart, man. And it's always been bad. Let's just be real, okay? It's always been bad. It's been bad for Black people, marginalized people, brown people, the LGBTQ, women. It's been bad. And now I know, trust me, bro. This is America. I mean, come on, man. Now white nationalist men are now victims. Now they're victims. Now they walk around on 4th of July with masks on their face.
Yeah.
And you're just like, really, bro? Really? Come on, bro. I mean, you can't. But that's where we are. But we've always been here, you guys. This isn't new. I grew up in Watergate, Kent State, the women's movement, Vietnam. I grew up in all that stuff.
Hold on one sec.
Did I say something wrong?
No. I'm looking at the comments. MySpace, what do you want to do about Bobby? You want to keep him going? I think MySpace is having a good
He's kind of crashing.
Yeah, a little bit.
I just don't want.
Yeah, that's going to get ugly.
Yeah, I think you really should block.
No, MySpace says let him. Have your cheat toy, MySpace. Have your cheat toy.
Okay. Whatever.
Go at him, MySpace.
Oh my God, dude.
I'm sorry, American.
Right there, dude. No, that's. It's just, man. The more I look at this, it's just like, I want to feel for people, but feelings get in the way of a lot of things, like the historical nature of the country and the reality behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just.
I get you.
Yeah. So, anyways.
I like your name. NR Kitty. Wicked, age, state, who you voted for, please.
57, Kamala, Colorado.
Okay,
Do you notice the kitten has a pen in one paw and he's throwing a grenade in the other?
No,
it's just a kitten. It's just a kitten throwing a grenade. It's Anarchy. Come on.
Anarchy.
I need to make that a t-shirt.
I love that.
Did you have a gummy like me?
No.
Anyway, I came up to say, hey, MAGA in the comments, and I'll be quick. I'll drop. MAGA, Donald Trump could beat you with a stick for nothing, and you would apologize. Real men question authority, compliant animals to a man that wears makeup and bronzer. And I just want you to know that the world knows that about you. And peace and love, and God bless.
Oh my God, I love you.
That was great.
Holy shit. I gave him a follow. Holy
That
fuck.
was straight up.
Damn.
I mean, it's true.
Geez.
What's up, Slay?
Nothing. I was gonna say I had to switch to off of Wi-Fi. I thought I froze up there for a minute.
Oh, no.
Everything had got completely silent on my side.
Oh, man. That just kind of made my night. I love that.
Your
Let's
box
see.
is black.
My box?
Yeah.
Is it black for anyone else?
No, I see your box.
No,
That's
it's fine.
wrong.
Digi, get your head out of the damn gutter.
It's always in the gutter. It's always in the gutter.
Oh, God.
It lives there.
It does. Not even.
Okay, I finally finished the shirt. Let's see if it fits now or if I made it too
Shut your
small.
dumbass up, nigger.
There we go.
Wow, I was trying to put on my shirt.
America at its finest.
Go back to school, little boy. Go back to school. Tell your mommy and daddy that they need to take your phone away because you're saying inappropriate things. Now go to sleep. It's almost 9:30. You got school in the morning. Raffy!
Look, all I'm saying is if you're going to start throwing racial slurs, at least let there be a melanated person here on this panel before you do it. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
Like,
I'm
y'all ain't got no problem throwing homophobic slurs when Harley, you know what I'm saying, when we got that representation up here. Y'all got no problem throwing disability slurs when people have learning disabilities. But, hey, God forbid there's a melanated person on there when you go racist. Uh-oh.
It's me. That would be me. That would be me. That would be me.
Oh, American Year.
Yes. See, and that's where people. I could be. Remember that movie that Spike Lee won the Oscar for? That could be me. I could be the guy on the other side of the phone that infiltrates the white nationalist movement.
You talking about sorry for bothering you?
No. It was. Denzel Washington's son played the cop who infiltrated David Duke.
Yes!
Yeah.
That was such a good movie. It had Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren was in it.
Yes. Yeah. That would be me. I could get
Adam
on the phone and
Driver.
go, hey guys.
You're talking about Adam Driver?
Yeah. Yes, Adam Driver. Yes.
Yeah, Adam Driver was in it, and they played undercover cops trying to infiltrate. It's a true story about when a black person infiltrated the KKK and ended up getting a bunch of them to change their minds and actually
he
go
was
against
Jew,
the KKK.
and the cop who did it was a Jewish cop, and so the black guy got on the phone and acted as the. It's just a great movie. So, but yeah, I grew up in the whitest world you could ever possibly grow up in. Trust me when I tell you, it was.
I grew up in Connecticut.
American, I'm gonna keep it so beans with you. I grew up not only in Connecticut, but I grew up raised by my two gay white grandparents. So I don't know how well you gonna do against that.
You win, man.
Wait. Queen, you had your hand up? I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
No, that's okay, because I don't get. You're really underneath me. I don't want you to clunk me in the head.
Yeah. This was my bad this time, so I won't.
I love this panel.
So yeah, hey Mumble, why don't you come up here and let's talk about that because Yo, you make 0 sense down in the comments.
Yeah, let me go ahead and invite you up. Come on up.
It's always
Have a
about Joe
talk.
Biden. What about Joe Biden? Joe Byron.
It's all about Biden. It's all about Obama. It's all about this and that. But you know what?
Biden. Sleepy Joe.
But
Sleepy Joe.
let me explain something to the Magas. At least with Obama, we have 8 years of him trying to fix the previous president's mess. Oh, and by the way, what he and Bush did is called a peaceful transfer of power. Unlike your man who doesn't believe in transfer of peace of power. He just likes to kick and scream like a little baby that he is. Just to throw that out there. And by the way, just like my the person above me, the sign says Mega Daycare. It's also Maha Daycare too, because you think you make America healthy again? Yeah, well, ask RFK Jr. about the thing that he did with on the toilet seat, and see if you believe in Maha.
You know what the funniest is? They got rid of deregulation of something that was commonly regulated, and now everyone has explosive diarrhea. And that was something that was regulated before, but RFK said we don't need to track that.
No, of course not.
Yeah. Why
That would
bother?
make sense.
I had
Why
to go out and
bother?
buy veggie. I had to go out and buy veggie cleaning spray.
Yeah, because they used to trace it and track it. Now they don't bother. So make America healthy again is really make America diseased again.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. RFK is like the least you want in control of your like healthcare at all. This man swam in sewage. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if he ate it.
Hey guys, I didn't overtie my shirt. It fits still.
Yay!
What's everyone's opinion on Dr. Oz?
Dr. Oz is a hack of a cardiologist. He was never able to hack it actually doing surgery, so he wound up being a celebrity cardiologist because
He want to be celebrity.
He's a grifter.
he didn't hack it doing surgery. Let's just put it that way.
The sad thing is that people believe his crazy ass.
Usually, if you become a celebrity doctor, usually it means that you couldn't make it in the med world.
Right.
Real quick.
Hey,
real quick,
Dylan.
I'm just doing a check. Slay, your box is lit up. Are you trying to speak?
Oh, yeah, I'm just unmuted.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead, dog. That's my bad.
You're good. No, you don't. Not your bad at all. Dylan, age, state, and who you voted for.
26 Florida. No, Jerry Trump.
All right, Slay. It's all you, buddy.
All right, why Trump?
Trump aligns his teachings and his values as a man align with my way of life.
Oh, really? So
You're
into pedophilia and grape?
No, I think that's
That's what he does.
That's political persecution. I just think he's a better human being.
How is that political persecution?
Because
so people just made up things and put it in the Epstein files?
Yeah, because he's threatening a black woman to become president, and he was a threat to the White House.
Come on. Come up with something
Fucking for real.
Nope. Everyone mute up. This is Slays.
Talk about something else instead of the same talking points.
You said he's a man that he has the same values you do. So apparently, you must like touching children. And
no, he's an alpha male. He protects and provides. He stands up for us, right?
Protect and provide.
Taking back our country, providing for us, me, you, my family.
No, he's not. No, he's taking from us.
Well, I'm living a better life under Trump, actually.
No, actually, you're not. Everything is more expensive now under Trump than it was. When
Maybe
Biden
not
was
you.
office.
Maybe not you, but me personally, I can afford it.
No, I don't think you can. Not unless
you gotta understand where money fits in your life.
See, money's not how everything works. You could be all up right now, but then all it takes is one little accident, and guess what? You're on them social programs that you guys hate so much.
I'd argue money rules the world. Money is why we want to get the girl we want, why we want to get the job to protect, provide.
No,
Money
see
is
that you're just a little young troll. That's all you are. You have nothing. You absolutely have nothing.
you
Absolutely
don't know me.
nothing. I bet you're just a little poor ass kid who lives in mom's basement. You know, you work at freaking McDonald's and you're just on here thinking that you're fucking all that you're
McDonald's.
this big, rich, successful business owner. I mean, I've never seen so many fucking millionaires and business owners in my fucking life. I mean,
I'm not a business
God
owner.
damn, there's like 77 million fucking business owners because everybody that voted for fucking Trump they own a business. So I mean,
I work in the aviation industry. I don't know in business. I mean, I think it's just
God. You fly a plane.
I'm a flight
You fly
instructor.
a plane.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. I feel no wonder why. Now, this is not even to you. This is to everybody who's listening to me. This is
Okay,
why we have so many
not
air disasters. This is why so many planes have crashed since Trump took office. We have people like this teaching people how to fly planes. This is what the problem is. He is our problem. See, we have to stop this. We have to stop giving these people who are uneducated, these uneducated little kids, these freaking high positions and teaching people how to fly a plane because this is where our problem's coming from. This is our future, y'all. Don't get on any more planes. I mean, I promise, please, y'all, listen to me. Don't ever get on another airplane. This is what's wrong with our world.
I guarantee you, most of the pilots out there.
I'm sure he doesn't know a damn thing about flying a plane. He probably got his. He probably got his job because Daddy was like, you know.
No, it's because I
hire
network
my son because nobody else will hire him. Not even McDonald's would give him a job. So can you please, you know, can we get him in here and?
I gotta.
Sure, we'll make him a flight instructor. Who knows? He doesn't know how to even fly a fucking plane. Anybody have any questions for him? Because I'm done.
Because I network. Yeah, I think it's just some jealousy.
Hush.
I'm a Trump supporter.
Hush. Hush. Jesus. Dog, go ahead.
Oh boy. So you stated that he's a good person and his beliefs and teachings are aligned. They align with what you believe in. You know, I mean, we didn't. Did you? I'm going to ask you this first, Dylan. Do you even know what the e-files are? I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's
What are they? Explain them. Explain it to me. What are they?
It's a bunch of files that our boy E.
Where did the files come from, Dylan?
Documents relating to Mr. E.
And where did they originate? Where did they originate from, Dylan?
The Biden administration that they didn't want to release.
God. Yes, so you don't know. So I'll explain it to you, Dylan. I'll explain where the files came from and how it all got started. The files are actually testimony and evidence that the Palm Beach Police Department started with, and then as they did more and more investigation and saw that the investigation was getting bigger and bigger, the FBI came in and took the investigation over and kept on gathering the evidence and testimony. And this evidence and testimony that the files are helped to convict Ghislaine Maxwell and Mr. E himself. So that's what the files are, Dylan. The fact is that Donald Trump has been named in these files. What's been released now for like touching children, over 1 million. Dave Bacon, can you? Thank you. His name has been mentioned over 1 million times in the files. And the only reason why they haven't investigated him yet is because he's the sitting president.
They investigated him before.
What's that? Because the investigation was still ongoing, Dylan. And when you have an investigation that's still ongoing, you cannot release any kind of information. And the investigations has to be over on what they're investigating for them to be able to open up a new investigation.
But it's really interesting the timing when all this happened, don't you think? Right
No,
before
it's
a
not.
massive
No, it's
presidential
to me,
election.
it's not.
They should
It's
have done
not.
this years ago, decades ago. I'm just not buying it, man.
Okay, well then you can not buy it all you want to. The fact is that Donald Trump is has been found civilly liable for SA. That's one. He's also, let's not also forget that he's a 34-time convicted felon. So I mean, I just don't understand. Like you hold this guy to a high standard, but yet where's the high standard?
I mean, I really don't care if he's a 34 victim felon.
That
You
doesn't
can
matter to you. That
you can
doesn't
believe
matter.
that,
Committing a crime, Dylan, committing a crime doesn't matter to you. Our sitting
but
president, we've never had a convicted felon sit as a sitting president. That doesn't matter to you.
man,
Are you fucking serious?
guess that's why he's built different. Because we the
God,
people,
you guys get an excuse, every excuse in the book to no matter what. It's because, and I get it, Dylan. It's because you're in a cult, and
you know,
your cultism is literally clouding your mind.
they're trying to terrorize
So
this man for no
I
reason.
land my plane. Whoever wants to go next.
That plane
There's no
crashed.
talking to this idiot.
I can teach you how to land that plane.
Shut the fuck up, Dylan. Moon, I think you were next. I think.
Yeah, I'm next on something.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I was saying this Trump has never been anything successful, really. What he has done, if you look back on his career, was grifted when he even did casinos back in New Jersey, etc., not paying contractors, etc. Everything he did was just to cut corners. Literally, he's doing it right here in the government. If you see, basically, his kids are grifting off the American army by basically running a drones business. He gives his businesses to his kids, his family, whatsoever, and grifts off the American people. And then whoever voted for him claps while he drains their money. That's literally what he did. He did it back then. He's doing it now. Same thing.
That's called business.
It's not business. It's government. Okay, this is supposed to be for the people now. Okay, it's not supposed to drain the American people. Right? The literal treasury is insolvent. We are running low on oil reserves. Okay, right now. We're now in a straight situation where he promised that it was going to be a 3-week war, and now we're at, what, several months? So
That's okay.
that's not okay because there's kickback. You might not feel it yet, but you're going to feel it soon.
You just gotta trust Trump.
Trust Trump. That's a cult-like saying, okay? If there's literally no progress, there's no fucking reason to trust somebody if there's no progress.
Trust the process.
So you would trust the process, right? So there's no process being done right now that's seeing get any better, right?
Did you read his Truth Social today? He said he's gonna rename
Why
this
would
straight.
you trust his freaking Truth Social? Okay,
Because that's ahead of the news.
he literally tweets at 4 a.m. in the morning when he can't sleep.
Because he
If
doesn't
that's your
stop
source
working.
of news,
He's
I would be
nonstop.
very scared, okay? Because at 4 a.m., a 70-plus-year-old man decides he's going to get up and run our economy from waking up from a freaking sleep and make a freaking government decision. I'd be fucking worried.
I'd rather have a president that works hard and doesn't sleep and
That's not working. He was watching Fox News and literally couldn't sleep. He's not working hard. Okay, he
better
golfs
than
more than
Sleepy
he works.
Joe.
Sleepy Joe, have you not seen that Trump slept through the whole Regeneron medical meeting, literally on camera?
Probably because he's been working all day.
Boring.
He's been working all
They had to
day.
reel him around so that they could wake him up, and then Rubio literally had to shake him. Okay, and this was on basically our health care.
The Knicks game is time to relax, and you got to let them relax after a long,
I
hard days
wasn't
of work.
talking about the Knicks game. I was talking about a lower drug pharmaceutical meeting. Okay? That
That
was
too.
literally how to cut costs for the American people so that we could get our pharmaceuticals at a reasonable price. And he slept for a good 20 fucking minutes.
20
On air.
minutes.
On air. While filming. Okay? You can put it in any YouTube. He was asleep in the middle of the chair, and they were talking about how to lower insulin prices. Okay? This is not the time to take a siesta. Alright? This is what I'm trying to say. If this is the person you're laying your hands of government into, I'd be worried, because that's the time you should be vigilant, right? When, hey, the American people might have healthcare problems going on. And, oh, look, he's out like Weekend at Bernie's. All right? Come on, man. Seriously.
I love it. You good, yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Can I
Okay, I'm gonna land my plane
No
so someone else
bacon.
can
No
go.
bacon. No bacon. Queen.
Yes, did someone ring for the queen?
You had your hand up, didn't you?
Oh, duh. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I was falling asleep like Trump does. When I find something that's boring, and this guy is singing.
Yeah, I don't get why you guys trusted Biden, but you can't trust Trump.
Oh, okay. So here's something I want to tell you there, Dylan. First of all, we don't trust this man because what he says and he does are two different things. So, first of all, he said he was going to lower grocery prices and gas prices on day one. Nope, sorry, he didn't do that. They're going up. Number two, no new wars or no new WARs. Oh yeah, we're in one.
He ended 8 wars.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Look on Google.
No, he didn't. Those wars were already over before he took office.
But he interjected and
So,
it all immediately ended.
oh yeah, so he's more worried about what's going on overseas than he does in his own country. Gotcha.
Because he's the world's president, not just us.
No, he's not the world's president. Thank you very much. He can't control the world. As a matter of fact, the world's laughing at us right now.
He's the peacemaker.
Peacemaker? Yeah. Hey, guys, he's telling jokes. He's saying he's the peacemaker. That's a joke. Yeah, no,
You've
he's
gotta
not a
be
peacemaker.
fucking trolling, Dylan. You've gotta be.
No. Let me play with my food.
No, yeah, go for it. But holy shit.
Yeah, he's up here trolling, but I like to play with my food a little bit more. So, okay, Dylan.
You're my food.
No, well, first of all, I'm still talking, so we're going to show some respect and decorum here. Something that your president has no idea what that is all about. Also, too, I did check today. They were supposed to add something to the SAVE Act, which failed in the House. So, no Save America Act or no SAVE Act is going to pass either chamber. Let's see, what else has he failed on? Oh, yeah. So, let me ask you this. How do you like your grocery prices, dear Dylan?
I can afford it. I'm not worried.
Oh, yeah, you're not worried. So, you're going to pay $150 for a tomahawk steak? Okay, that's perfectly fine by you. Oh, and by the way, you're talking to someone who also studied aviation. So, unless you have gotten your pilot's license and follow the FAA rules, I don't believe one word that you're a fucking pilot.
Sure, I'm a transporter. Oh, he doesn't have a job.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have a job.
I most definitely do.
I don't want to hear it. Because number one, I'll tell you this right now. I don't like anybody trying to use the industry that I've studied in as a crutch. You know how many accidents in the air have happened since this orange tyrant has taken over the White House?
Due to DEI.
One
female pilot.
If you say one more word, I swear, I will drop you myself. That's strike one. You get 2 more strikes, and then after that,
DEI.
you're done. That's strike 2.
No, Queen, just go ahead. Just keep going.
All right, so you want to talk about DEI? You want to talk about DEI? Well, let me tell you something. DEI has been doing really good in this country until your orange cult leader decided to get rid of DEI. Now, a lot of people can't get jobs because the fact that the DEI is gone, that he's trying to take DEI out of businesses. Well, let me tell you something. DEI is one of the reasons why we have a workforce, why we have minorities in the workforce, why we have women working in the workforce. That's all thanks to the DEI. So is this your position, thinking that women should go back in the kitchen and make you a sandwich?
No, they should study more.
Oh, we're supposed to study more. Oh, okay. So
Not
is
get
that why more
shortcuts.
women? Oh, no, there's no shortcuts. Oh, believe me, there's no shortcuts. Believe me, there's no short. There
Why
is
are they
no.
crashing my planes then?
Oh no, that's your president that's crashing those planes, not the female pilots. So let's not blame those female pilots. Let's blame the president for that.
So then why were they 2 female pilots? Even the Black Hawk on DC that night, female
Oh,
instructee.
okay. So when you want to go there, let's go there. So that's all because of what we call, I don't know, the government shutdown that the Republicans did to both chambers because they can't come to an agreement. So let's shut down the government. Let's lay off the TSA workers. Let's lay off the air traffic control workers. Let's minimize the force because we can't pay them, because we cannot pay them the money that they deserve. But yeah, let's go ahead and do it because it's a trust me bros situation. Yeah, how did
That
that
was
work out?
the trust Trump situation. Just gotta ride the waves.
No, there's no by the ways.
Ride
There's
the
no by the
waves.
ways. No, there's no by the ways
Ride.
here, because I'm going to tell you this right now. Hold on, Bacon. I'm just saying this because one, I've studied aviation. I actually have a technical diploma in aviation. So, and
Are you a
actually was
pilot?
going to become a pilot myself. I'm talking. You don't over talk anybody on this panel. When they're talking, you listen. Thank you. I actually was supposed to be a pilot, but I've declined because I have an eyesight issue. I have I'm farsighted, and things that are nearsighted, I have a problem with it because I'm blind, I'm partially blind in one eye. So that's why I cannot fly. But I wouldn't trust anybody who says, "Oh, I'm a pilot," unless they say, "Yeah, how many years have you flown?" Oh, was it 6 months? Okay, well, how do I trust someone who's flown 6 months versus someone who's done it for 30 years? You can't, because you gotta trust their judgment. But because you have someone like Trump in office, and I'm gonna land so they can go next, or whoever's next after me.
Rafi's
I think Rafi's next. Okay, Rafi, I'll land my plane literally. But I'm just gonna say this: the fact that we have to sit up here and discuss about plane accidents that happened since he came into office, like the one over the Potomac, and then the next day a medical flight went down in Philadelphia. Was that female pilot's problem? Was the medical flight that went down in Philadelphia too? Was that their problem too? Oh no! Again, because we had a government shutdown and we didn't have the people to do it. That's all because of your great, wonderful cult leader. And with that, I'm going to land my plane the right way. And if you have any more questions, you can answer them now, or you can make your piece. But Rafi, you're next.
I appreciate you. Real quick, I'm gonna throw it to Slay. Slay, say what you got to say. I want you to say that.
All right, this is just for anybody who can hear the sound of my voice. If you're going to speak about it, please address it the correct way. It's DEIA, because when you leave that A off, you are insulting those of us with disabilities. You have to leave that A on there. I know Trump left it off so it could sound like it's something that would fit the narrative of MAGA. We have to make sure that A stays on there. It's a very important letter. So when we address it, please let's make sure that we address that with the exact correctness of what it is. It is DEIA. The A is for accessibility. And with that, Rafi, this is yours.
I appreciate you. Now I'm gonna say this, respectfully, Dylan. I do. Well, that's unfortunate. I was just gonna talk to the other person. The other person just dropped a little bit. I think you're talking about. What's your name? If you are still here, request up. If not, if there's any other ops in these, what I'm saying, in these comments or anything like that, please request up. I do have one person down in the guest requests. If anybody else does want to go ahead and let them up, I don't really let people up like that. But Dylan, I do want to be very clear, and I'm not here to debate this. You did make the statement earlier to go ahead and Google something in regards to Trump ending 8 WARs. I Googled it. Google says no. So just quick fact check. Just did what you asked me to do. It says you're wrong. We're good from that. I'm going to go ahead and pass it to the next person. But before I do that, I'll do a little mod announcement. A little something. There's 31 people here. I hope y'all enjoying yourselves, having a good time with these debates. Tapping, clapping, sharing, caring. Y'all already know the drill. All right. If you rock with anybody, send them some gifts. Show them how much you enjoy the talk, enjoy everything, and that's anybody on the panel, even if it's an op. But of course, if you can, please gift the wonderful host as he's allowing the ops and the friendlies up here to go ahead and have this conversation in the first place. Of course, you can join the fan club. Fan club's right up there. And if you are an op down in those comments and you want to talk, you know what I'm saying? You want to debate anything, either of these prompts up here, Mag, go to Source Trust Me, bro, or the Mag Daycare. Pull on up. We will happily let you up. It may take a minute to introduce you, so please have patience. We do go in order in regards to how things happen and who asks to speak. So sometimes when we let people in, it'll be at the end of a 3-person line, so just please have patience. And past that, I'm going to give it to the next person. I appreciate y'all letting me talk.
Is it me or is it me?
It's you.
Okay. I want to ask Dylan. Since he proclaimed he knows FAA so very well. How many types of pilot's license we have?
You got your private instrument, commercial multi. You got your instructor ratings. You go on your type ratings.
Pilot's license? Yeah, we get 3. What are you talking about?
I'm giving you everything.
We got
Private.
commercial. We got private, and we got airline. That's 3.
That's part 9. That's part 121. Your ATP, CTP.
And do you think that you know everything? Trump, literally, I can show you some of the business that he failed on.
I mean,
Can
everyone
I
fails in
borrow it? No,
business.
no, 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 no. Right over here, and he's making a mockery to look like to for you to look like a fool
How?
because we know for a fact that our healthcare and our education are being cut. And for me, as a disabled person, by the way, my Medicare is being cut as well by this
I mean,
administration.
with all due respect, I mean, I get your concern, but I didn't vote. That's not really my
No,
priority.
no, no,
Why I
no, no,
voted.
no. What did you vote for? What policy, or should I say, executive orders?
Put money in my pockets. That's basically it.
So so
Uh,
so you don't care
capitalism.
about no, you don't care about other people. You care about yourself. You're a fucking greedy motherfucker.
I mean, that's how the world works. You got winners and losers. It's
I'm done with
it's
this clown.
it's
No,
hyper
no, no,
competitive out
no,
here.
no, 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 no. I'm done
The
with you, clown.
the masculine world is hyper competitive. You got to accept that. And people like me,
Hush. Hush. I think Moon was next. Was there anyone else before Moon? I think that was
we
that was
shut
it.
down because I exposed him.
Dylan,
Yeah,
hush.
Moon's up next, and I think it's Dog Dad, and then back to me again.
Okay. All right.
I got you, Lawless.
Am I up?
Yeah, you're up.
Okay. So basically, what happened, I'm going to go over it now because of Trump's deregulation. We have now the highest amount of foodborne pathogens and foodborne safety warnings because of the deregulation of the USDA. So, right now, we have problems in regulating our meat and poultry, vegetation. We have fewer inspectors and scientists, reduce oversight. Basically, now we have a screw worm infection going on in the cattle. We have explosive diarrhea in the veggie area and most of the vegetable area. We have now regulations lost on some of the pharmaceuticals itself, based also on having cancer-causing ingredients in them now because he lowered basically checkpoints and quality control. So in the end, by deregulating all this stuff, he's actually increasing the danger to the American people itself. So you say, oh, you make money, but in the end, if you're all getting sick and getting, fucked around because he cut back all the protections that are actually going to protect the American people by having anything you consume or anything you have contact with be checked, he's cutting costs basically at the risk of the American people. So, and plus, remember, he also fired like how many nuclear engineers for the nuclear power plants, and then they forgot they didn't have their information, and then tried to email them and couldn't get in contact with them. And that's for a nuclear power plant. Remember what happens with meltdown, Chernobyl? So I'm just saying, he's not the brightest bulb. So it's kind of sad in a way that we're at this point that he literally collapsed so many of the systems that were in place to protect the American people, either from even energy, our health, basically with food processing, vehicle. Basically, some vehicle checks now are lower than before, leading to higher accidents. Shit, the amount of stuff that got deregulated, workplace safety, so many of the labor advocacy and safety acts were removed that workplace safety and compliance has gone down to a point that most workers are now in danger at their jobs. I mean, you can see with the literal tank issues they had where they were practically exploding. So, I mean, what more do you need? Like, there was like 2 incidents of poor safety regulations that were downregulated by the government that they basically were going to have tanks explode and had to evacuate a whole area. And that was in how many months? Now that we have, 5 foodborne diseases that are going around that before were in check. And we have now a total recall of most veggie products because of a foodborne pathogen that we before were checking and now we're not. So there's so many hospitalizations and you can have a year of complications just from that. So I'm just going to land my plane on that, yeah.
Okay. Polly, age, state, who you voted for, please.
Hi, I'm 55 years old. I'm from North Dakota, and I voted for Harris.
Okay, thank you. If you have anything to say, just put a hand emoji up in the chat. We'll get to you as soon as we can.
Thank you.
Dog, I think, was next.
Yes, thank you, Laws. I'm just curious, Dylan. You keep stating that. Well, first of all, you can take your masculinity and shove it up your ass. As far as I'm concerned, you think your whole thought process. You can shove it up your ass. Second of all, you keep stating that you voted for him because of money. I'm just curious. How much money do you make?
It's none of your business.
Why can't you tell me? Why can't you just be honest? Do you make okay? All right, fine. Do you make over $400,000 a year?
No.
So you're not benefiting from anything that Donald Trump has done as far as taxes is concerned.
I mean, I will once I get that Delta Airlines offer.
So you'll be making over $400,000 a year.
Probably more, actually.
That's all you give a shit about, huh?
Absolutely.
You don't care. You don't care about anything else but money.
Exactly.
That's pretty selfish. That's a pretty selfish way to think.
Why?
It really is. Because
money is a support system.
Dude, dude. What happens tomorrow? What happens tomorrow, right? What happens tomorrow? You get into a serious car accident, right? Somehow, some way, you get into a serious car accident, and you wind up disabled. What are you gonna do then?
Well, I got a 4-year engineering degree that I could back up on. Work in the office.
What if you suffer? Jesus Christ, dude. What if you suffer a traumatic brain injury somehow, and you can't do that job either? What are you gonna do, Dylan?
I got my wife. She's got a job. I guess it looks like I'll be staying at home. Got investments.
You'll
Got,
be
You
alright.
got an
Trust me.
excuse. You got an excuse for everything, don't you?
I mean,
You really
that's
do. And
life.
why? Like, I just don't understand. And you're married and have kids and everything, or what?
No, I just have a girl. Not kids yet.
Do you not care about her?
I
About
do.
what Donald Trump is doing to her for her rights?
She actually
I mean,
voted
have
for
you
Trump.
even read this? Have you even read the Save Act that he's trying to pass,
Yeah, voter
and how it
ID. I
affects
mean,
and how it directly and if it directly affects women?
how? Explain it.
It makes it, if say you want to get married and she doesn't have, she decides to change her name, right? And she wants to vote, that she's not gonna be able to vote.
That's a.
The Save Act, you obviously haven't read it,
I mean, that's
so
a whole
you need to
different
go. You
issue
need to
that
go.
you wouldn't
You
like
need
my
to
answer
go.
to that.
You don't think women should vote, huh? Is that what you're gonna tell me?
Absolutely.
That's you. You don't. Wow.
You're not gonna like
And
my
how does
answer.
your
I told
wife?
you.
And how does your girl feel about that?
She agrees with
That
me because
statement. She agrees
she
with you.
she bends to my will. I think she
So
thinks
you're
men should
you're
be
the
in
so you're the
charge.
type of guy. So let me get this straight. You're the type of guy that you believe that the woman belongs in the kitchen, barefoot and pregnant, and should be making you a sandwich, right?
She
Right?
should
Is
be
that what
should
you
be
believe?
taking care of the kids, doing the diapers, stuff that I don't. I go out and work. I bring the money. I bring the diapers home for her to do it.
Wow.
That's the nuclear family since the 30s, the 20s,
Wow. We don't
and
live in the 30s and 20s anymore, buddy. I hate to
that's
tell you
why
this,
we're
Dylan.
that's
We
why
don't
we're
live in the 30s
conservatives.
and 20s
We
anymore.
conserve the traditional nuclear values. That's just the way I think the
Wow.
world should be run. This new way of thinking, it's just
You
not.
say you're a misogynistic prick. I got it. I get it.
No, not really.
Yeah, you are. You are. You
I'm
are.
probably
You 100% are. I land my plane. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I have nothing to
okay.
say to you.
That's fine.
So Queen said I could go really quickly. It's not going to take me long. So Dylan,
Yeah,
it
go for
actually
it.
seems like you have a lot of disdain for women. So did you know that early men were accessories for women? They were used to defend territory and for protection.
I don't have any disdain for women. I just think gender
No, you
capabilities
you
are
you
not. I
are you are accessories.
think
How do you
gender
feel about
roles.
that?
I'm not an accessory.
You no, early men were accessories for women. They defended territory and were used for protection.
Say they're the
That's
man. You got to stand up. They're the man. Are they not?
this
You're
is
out in
early.
the.
Do you
You're
know
on
what
the.
do you know what early man is?
You go back to my ancestors. The early.
Yes, your ancestors were our accessories. They were accessories for women. They were used to defend territory and only for protection. Women did everything else.
My ancestors fought saber-tooth tigers. Yes, you're right.
I don't know. Were you there?
I read the history books.
Were you
I
there?
read. I do research.
Were you there?
I don't have to be.
Well, I think you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself because you wouldn't be here without a woman. So that's all I want to say. I'll land my plane, you misogynistic prick.
That's why we both find out. We both agree. Woman and a man. That's how you get the stable family.
You're here only because a woman decided to keep you because it's a woman's choice, not yours, Dylan. It wasn't your daddy's choice. She probably should have swallowed.
We both make an equal decision as a man and as a woman, as a unit.
Okay, so we're okay. She's done talking to you. All right, so now it's my turn again, and Paul, you go after me, okay? So, let's see. You talked about being a pilot. That's possibly with American Airlines make over $400,000, which on average, commercial pilots make at least $200,000 a year on average. So there's no way you can make over $400,000, even with someone with a lot of experience, probably make
Well,
more than that.
I have buddies
Okay.
that finesse the system.
Okay. So we're gonna get off of that
Bonuses.
point because you're not. Look, first of all, we're gonna get off of that subject because no one cares anymore about what you do and what you don't do. Who cares? All right. So here's something I'm gonna bring up. First of all, we don't go on teacup because that tells us that you're trying to report the lies. So get off a teacup.
No, I'm checking the text message.
Oh, okay. So yeah, okay. So, let's see. You don't care women vote. Okay, so we're trying to go back to the 1920s where women actually fought the right to vote, and they got the rights to vote after that. Let's see here. You don't care about the 14th Amendment, which is a birthright citizenship, because that's who you voted for, someone who doesn't care about the 14th. And you don't care about the 24th, which is considered a poll tax for this bill that's never going to see the light of day. So we're going to talk about the bill that's never going to see the light of day. And the fact that you're sitting here saying, oh, okay, I don't mind if women never vote again. Well, guess what, dude? It also affects men as well. So if this SAFE Act passes, it's not just women that won't be able to vote. People like you, Dylan, will be able not to vote either.
Not
Which
under
that
Trump.
bill, listen to me. No, Trump specifically put in this bill, you have to show proof of citizenship,
That's
which
not
means
true.
either A.
I have that.
No, it is. Oh yeah. Okay. So did you pay your poll tax, which is illegal under the 24th?
No, I show voter ID, all my documents, which is how it should be done.
Oh, okay. So you're special. Okay, I got you. Yeah. So that's why they're not going to. The SAFE Act is never going to pass Congress. We already know that because even Senator John Thune said it's not going to pass the Senate. So, people are still going to vote in November. And by the way, I'm going to ask a question to Rafi if he can fact check me on this one, or Slay or Lawless, if they can fact check me on this one. I'm going to say something, and please, fact check me. All right. So my question is this. Not a question, but my statement is this: out of 20 billion votes that were casted in every contest we've had in this country, approximately how many, Dylan, were considered frauds? 20 billion.
We got to be very careful with this conversation with this topic.
That's why I'm.
Any fraud is bad fraud.
You're treading on ice.
Sweets,
you weren't introduced, so be quiet.
Hold on. Dylan, with your answer, you have to be very, very careful, okay?
I'm just asking just a brief question on this, and I'm going to move on from
Any is bad. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, yes, so the answer would be 10. But we're going to move past that because TikTok doesn't like that. So we're going to say that's bad, and that's why the SAFE Act is never going to pass, because there's not enough proof. Let's see. Of course, you see the food prices are still going up. The WAR is still going on. Here's something else to. Oh yeah, here we go. So, if the fact that you like to sit there and say that the only thing you cared about when you voted is for money, why didn't you care about other policies or anything else that Trump talked about? Why didn't you care about any of the other stuff?
I mean, immigration, transgenderism.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's secondary, but it's not. It's not like my primary.
Here we go.
No.
Here we go. Here we
But
go.
no, Queen, I apologize. But
Sweets, no one's talking to you.
You have not been introduced yet. I asked you down in the comments.
Sorry, I have to speak sometime.
No, you will be spoken to unless somebody else asks you for information. So
Sweet, hold on. Stop.
Yep.
I will get to you after Queen is done. I will introduce you. I do not want to interrupt her. Please stay muted, and when she is done, I will get you introduced. Okay?
I think he's a he.
That's a she. Mute up. Be quiet. Stop being a bigot. Go ahead, Queen.
All right. So I'm going to just say this real quickly, and then, we're going to introduce this person who doesn't know when it's not their turn. All right. So if I'm not mistaken, you voted for what's in somebody's pants, right?
Morals and values, yes.
Okay, so that's what it is.
Trump's teachings.
Wait. Okay, so we go back to Trump again. So you listen to what Trump says, but you don't care what anybody else says because we speak facts. All right, gotcha. And with that, If anybody else wants a piece of him, go for it.
Yeah, here in a second. Sweets, since you can't fucking hold your tongue, age state who you voted for, although I have a good idea who you voted for, but let's hear it.
I'm 51. I'm in Georgia, and the only reason I was over speaking is because
No,
no, y'all were attacking Dylan for
Stop!
stupidity.
Who did you vote for?
Donald J. Trump, the greatest president
Okay,
ever.
thank you. Please mute up. We have
America.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, ain't this what y'all wanted? This what your post?
Please stop. Please stop. I'm going to hand you over to the host once Moon Petal is done with her questions for Dylan. Please stay muted. Please. Moon Petal, make it quick so that we can
No, I was
get
just
this
laughing
done.
at how Dylan said that he was like he wants women in the kitchen and at home, but then he said if he got disabled or he couldn't work, then his girlfriend or wife, whatever, could work to support him.
We work as a unit. She'll take over my.
So now you're a unit, right?
She'll take over my
So before, if
attributes.
she was kept in the house, she couldn't work and go and support your butt if you were disabled, right?
How can she work and support when we got kids that need to be fed?
Oh my God, you're not getting my point.
He's a troll, dude. He's a troll. All of this is to rage
You can't be
bait us.
effing serious, all right? You just said if you need her to work to help, that she could go out and work, right? And so then you would have to watch the kids, right?
Probably.
Then wouldn't you have to watch the kids?
Didn't that dude said my face would have been disabled? I can't really watch kids like that, can I? I'm brain dead.
Oh my God. You're not brain dead. You don't have to be brain dead to be disabled. Come on, there's other forms. Be for fucking real.
I'm just going off that hypothetical.
Yeah, hypothetically, you're an idiot. Come on, man. Okay, I'm gonna land my plane because he's a troll. I can't.
You're playing Crash.
Dylan, shut the fuck up. God, you're exhausting. Slay, do you want to start it off with Sweets here?
Let's give it a try. Sweets, why'd you vote for Trump?
Because he was the better candidate, not because of what was in his pants.
Well, let's go over that then. Let's see. Kamala Harris served in every aspect of our government.
Yeah,
Very
and look
qualified,
at those places.
very, very extremely qualified. I mean, overqualified. The most qualified candidate for president we've ever had.
You think? Then why didn't she win the primary?
Oh my God. Get off the whole primary thing. You'd have to go way the fuck back to 2020 for that. We're not talking about going that far back. We're talking about now.
Y'all had to vote for her. You had no choice. You know what us Republicans would have done? We would have revolted.
No. Okay. Let's visit that for a second. Okay. What does your Republican conference require for your candidates in order to be nominated to be president, to run for president? What do they have to actually do? They have to participate in the debates during the primary. Donald Trump did not have not one fucking debate, so he should have been disqualified.
He was.
So you guys were forced to vote for someone who didn't even obey the rules of the Republican National
I
Conference.
voted for him in the primary, which he became the candidate. Which then I elected.
He should not have been the candidate because he did not participate in any of the primary debates, which he was required to do so.
There were no debates, though. What are you talking about? There was nobody else running. It was just Trump.
Hey, what do you call Nikki Haley?
Oh. Okay, you win. You're right. Donald Trump is illegitimate. You're right.
He is. He was illegitimate. So if you want to call what Democrats did illegitimate,
fuck it.
But
fuck it.
Kamala Harris made Michael Jackson
right now,
slap
our country just celebrated 250 years.
Yeah, did you party?
250 years. And what do we have in the fucking White House? A fucking felon. I mean, seriously?
That ain't true.
Our freaking forefathers. I mean, the reason why that wasn't put in the Constitution, because I think our forefathers thought that maybe we would be smart enough to not put a felon in the White House. They thought that we'd have enough intelligence that we wouldn't put a criminal. We wouldn't have a criminal running our country.
Can you name the felon? Do you know what
we
the
wouldn't
felon
have a
charge
guy
was?
who was. Hey, hushies. I'm speaking. You can
No,
hushies.
my-
I'll give you
my
time to
power.
speak. I will give you time to
Awesome.
speak, but you gotta let me say what I want to say first. Our forefathers probably didn't think that we would take someone who was held liable for raping a woman and put them in the White House. Our forefathers probably didn't think that we would take someone accused of doing awful things to children and put them in our White House. That's the reason why that stuff was never put in our fucking Constitution, but apparently we need to make a new fucking amendment. We need to make a new amendment to where our president has to be law-abiding. He cannot have felonies because apparently we're not smart enough because people like you who just say, you watch a guy that had been civilly held liable of rape, a man who incited an attack on our Capitol, a man convicted of 34 felonies, and you were like, that's my guy. A man who lied over 30,000 times in his first term, and I think he's going to beat that this time around. A man who promised all this shit to you all. Promises kept.
Kick me, I win regardless. Are we going to talk about something or what?
Yeah, what do you want to? I mean, where do you want to go with this? I mean, you came up here.
No, you're
came
the
up
one
here telling me
going
that he was the best candidate, and
No,
I was
that
telling
was-
you how Kamala was, and you said that Kamala was illegitimate. So I went on and told you Trump
I
was
didn't say
illegitimate.
Kamala was
No, that
illegitimate.
was-
I just said
it's
Trump was
sweet,
better
stop.
than Kamala.
Jesus. The dude that interrupted was someone else. He just fucking bolted. So
Okay. So you were saying that we didn't get a chance to vote for Kamala. We didn't have a primary for Kamala, but you know, in our DNC as far as the DNC is concerned, anybody could have, as soon as Joe dropped out, anybody could have stepped up and said, "I want to run," and we would have had to have a primary. We would have had to have a primary then, but nobody else wanted to run. So, because the ticket was the Biden-Harris ticket, that made it just that just made the most sense that we go ahead and we take the person that is our vice president, the person that if something would have happened to Joe Biden would have been our president because she would have got sworn in.
Can I ask you a question?
And we let her be our candidate. We had no problem voting for her.
Can I ask you a question?
I mean, there's not a Democrat that I can see that's had a problem with Kamala Harris being our nominee.
Ask me a question.
No, I'm happy that y'all nominated her. Thank you.
You said you had a question.
No, I mean, I want to make sure I'm not going to get booted for over talking. Since there's like
no, I told you. No,
8
I told
mods
you.
on
I will have a conversation with you. The only thing I don't like is
No,
my
okay,
mods will mute you.
if you
They
had to
will
do
mute
it all
you if you
over,
talk over
okay,
me.
listen to me. This is my question. If you knew that Biden was not going to be able to run, would your choice to run for president at that time would it have been the same person? Plain and simple. Would it have been the same person? Is that who y'all all would have voted for?
We don't know because we don't know who would have been running against Kamala. And I
You're not
mean, for the
diverting
she
from the
had
question?
100.
That wasn't my question.
I am answering the question. I mean,
Was
I would
that
say
who
probably.
you would have-
I'm
is that
going to
who
say
you
I'm
would have wanted?
going to go out on a limb. I'm going to answer your question. I would say yes because Kamala Harris had a well put plan. She had 106 days to do this in. If she would have had longer to campaign, I
Okay.
think that she would have actually been able to reach a lot more people than she did. But yeah, if she would have
Yeah,
came
so
out
it's
and had,
shortchanged.
if Joe would have stepped off and said he was not going to run for a re-election, we would have had a primaries, and Kamala
think
Harris
Kamala
came
would have
bringing
came
everything
out
that
as
she
the
brought.
winner? You think she would have
And
won?
I think she would have won the primary hands fucking down, 100 fucking %. If there would have been a primary, I believe she would have won it. because that woman had one hell of a fucking plan. Her plan covered everything from the
Okay.
border to economics.
Is that your candidate for 28?
We don't know who our candidate for 28 is going to be yet. I mean,
isn't she in the lead though in the polls?
Yeah, from what I understand, she's in the lead at the moment, and if she goes for the primaries and she wins the primary,
now? You should get her behind her. You should.
I'm with her already. I mean, if she becomes our candidate, yeah, I would stand behind that woman 100%. She is a very smart woman.
Oh yeah, I agree. Look what she did for San Francisco. That shit's awesome. Look what she did for California. Shit's awesome. Are you in California by chance?
No, I'm not. I'm in another miserable red ass state.
I mean, that's cool. Good for you.
No, it's not cool. I'm in a state that ignores its voters. I'm in a state that fucking violates my Second Amendment right.
What state? What red state violates your Second Amendment rights? That's funny.
The state of fucking Missouri.
But you can't. You can't carry.
Nope, I'm legally blind, but they will not allow me to have a gun. But in that Second Amendment, it
blind?
says will not infringe. It says will not infringe. So if you get to have
blind?
one, I should be able to have one.
I don't. Yeah, but you might hit me instead of the robber.
No. I would say don't give me a conceal and carry license so I can carry it out in public, but I should be able to have one in my home. You can't have one at all? My home.
Wait, you can't have one to protect?
No, I can't have one in my home because I am legally blind, so they will not allow me to have a permit to have a firearm, so they are infringing on my Second Amendment rights.
A woman or a child and let them have it, and you can still fire it as often as you want to.
Well, first off, I'm not going to have my child get a fucking gun in his name. I mean, he's,
why would
under
you not
18.
want that?
I don't believe that they're going to give him one anyway, so.
Why wouldn't they give him one?
If they don't give a juvenile. A minor cannot. No, he's under 18.
No, he's not 18. Okay. You can buy him a shotgun, though, at 16. Right?
I don't know. I'm not buying him any kind of gun. I mean,
no, it wouldn't be for him.
I'm not. I mean, to me,
it would be under him.
I mean, to me, I'm not. To me, I can either take or leave the Second Amendment. Let's put it that way. I can take or leave it. I mean, I'm not that anal about it. I mean, I'm one of those that if you can be responsible with your firearm, I have no problem with you having it. Do I believe certain firearms people don't need to have? I do believe that, but you know what? Unfortunately, that's not my place to say that. So right now, if the law allows you to have that and you have the money to go get that, then I'm at that point. I'm
not saying break the law, teacher. I'm just saying if he's scared of protecting his home, there's a way to get a pew-pew into his house.
Don't talk to the comments, please. Speak to me.
No, Section 8 people matter too, though.
But here's the thing. My state also infringes on its voters. If the voters vote for something and then our government doesn't like it, they say, well, we're not going to uphold it.
Can you give me an example?
2024. Okay, yeah.
Please.
I got two of them. I'll go with the most recent one. In 2024, they put the AB initiative on our ballot because that's how some red states did it. They put it on our ballot. The voters, we passed it. We said that we were going to go ahead and keep that legal in the state of Missouri. Well, our fucking governor had a damn fucking fit about that, so he tied it up in the fucking courts, and now it's going back on the ballot here in 2026.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if we vote for something and our governor says, "Oh, I don't like the way that outcome was."
I mean, that's
they
democracy.
Don't let us have it.
That's how the system works, though. If my governor tells me that I've got to eat cornflakes and not Rice Krispies, I'm gonna bitch too.
Yeah, but if you vote for something, that would be just like, for instance, you guys voted for Trump.
That should have been passed.
We don't like Trump. we don't like Trump. How would it have felt to you guys if we were able to go to the courts and say, yeah, we don't like Trump, so we're just going to go ahead and tie this up and do it on the next. We'll put it back up on the ballot next year. We'll go ahead and we'll put a new vote up next year. It doesn't work. That doesn't work that way. Once the people put a vote in for something,
can I ask you a
that's the way it
simple
should be.
question? I don't mean to go off topic, but when you vote, you don't show your ID. Do you show
Missouri?
I show my
Missouri,
ID in Georgia.
I'm going to end on this one because I don't want to monopolize the entire live. I do want to give other people a chance to speak, but yeah, I will answer on this one. In Missouri, after you've registered to vote, they actually send you a voter card in the mail. I mean, it doesn't have a picture on it or not, but I mean, I would have no problem showing my ID, but I'm not going to go spend extra money on a fucking ID that I don't need for anything fucking else. Now, if you want me to have a special ID to vote,
no, it's a license.
Then you need to make that. You need to make that free.
ID.
No,
card.
they want to. No, they want you to
Do you
get
buy
that
beer or
thing.
cigarettes? You just show it.
They want you. Yeah, they want you to get that thing with the fucking star. And
yeah, that's almost in every state now.
Goodbye.
No, I just renewed my. renewed my ID last year, and I did not want to pay the extra money for that fucking one with the fucking star because I don't travel.
How much more was it?
I don't get on no fucking. I don't get on no damn plane, so I don't need to have one of those. I just went with my regular state ID issued by the state of fucking Missouri, and if I'm sorry if that's not good enough, then I don't know what the fuck to tell them because I had to show all my documentation at one point in time when I first came to Missouri. I had to show them all my documentation in order to get that ID, so they know who I am. They know that I'm a legal fucking citizen of the United States. So if my ID wasn't good enough,
the lady that I walk up to every time I vote in my precinct, she knows me because she goes to my church. But I still have to show my ID. I still have. It's. I mean, I don't understand what the big deal is. Just prove that
it's because they want you to get a special.
You don't think that you should have to prove that you belong eligibility to vote? That's all I'm asking. You don't think there should be any? You just think somebody should be able to walk into a precinct and cast their vote with no questions asked? That's simple. Is that's your stance? That's your stance.
I mean, I told you I have no problem with showing it. I have no problem with showing an ID. But if you want a certain type of ID, then you're gonna have to make that free for people.
But that's not what it's doing. It's not. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna have to go get some special ID to vote if it passes. What are you talking about?
Yes, some of us do. You said yours already has a star on it. You said you already have that
yeah,
real
but it's
ID,
available in all 50 states. And I'm thinking,
right, but
I don't believe you
but
when
you
say
don't automatically
it does not cost extra for the star.
It does cost
more. I do
more.
not believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
$12. I paid $12.50 to renew my ID. If I would have wanted to upgrade to the real ID, it was going to cost me $27.50 for that ID. No, I was not going to pay an extra $15 fucking
What's the
to get a fucking star.
Do I deserve iBacon? What's iBacon?
So with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it on. Who was next? Is there an order?
MySpace. Me next. Yeah, MySpace. Can I interrupt you 1 second? Just get this person introduced since they keep fucking unmuting.
Certainly.
Audrey, age, state, who you voted for, please.
I'm 33, Florida, Trump.
Okay, thank you. Could you please stay muted? If you have anything to say, put a hand emoji in the chat. We'll get to you as soon as we can.
All right.
Thank you.
Illegals should leave the country. Okay.
Was that an invitation to talk?
The fucking...
She said put a hand emoji in the chat and we would get to you when it was your turn. That is what was stated. Feel free to try again. Oh. Okay, well thank you then, Digi. Okay, so anyway, Sweets, I have a question. when the 34 felony accounts on the president was mentioned, you said we were making that shit up, to quote you.
No, I did not say that y'all were making it up. I asked, could you name what those 34 counts were?
No, I thought you said we were making that shit up.
Can you name what they were?
Can
you name them?
Panel, was I tripping?
No,
Did
you're not
hear him
tripping.
say that?
No, you said he asked.
No, he said it.
He said that, you know what? He said that he has never been accused of any felonies, and he wanted us to name what felonies he's been accused of.
Correct.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Can anybody on the panel name the felony that he was charged with?
Yeah, I can. You want the breakdown?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. He had 11 counts of...
They were all the same count, sir.
No, he had 11 counts of invoices. 11 invoices, 11 vouchers that were falsified, and 12 checks. There's the breakdown. 11, 11, and 12 is 34.
11 and 12 is not 34.
I said 11 plus 11 plus 12 is 34.
Right. 11 invoices. 11 vouchers.
Okay.
And 12 checks.
Y'all, but I mean, okay, I'm not, okay. Y'all win.
Oh, well, that was easy then. Thank you. Rappy, I think you was next.
I was, but I mean, Sweets just said y'all win, so I don't necessarily. I mean, Sweets is there. Does this mean
I
we're
mean,
done?
I'm just saying,
Are
I'm
we
not
done?
going to beat a dead horse anymore. Dead
No,
horses
I
suck.
feel you, but I'm asking, are you
Because
a Democrat
apparently
now?
I'm the only MAGA up here. I tried to come up with another MAGA, and I was like belittled, but it's okay. I'll be y'all's whipping post. We're not scared. America is going to be okay. Why are y'all so scared about America?
Actually, I don't see how I was rude or belittled you in any way. I just asked a question. And I haven't raised my voice. I haven't cursed. I haven't done anything. And then you just said, okay, you win. So I passed it on.
No, you what? Y'all win. And he's got some felony charges. I still voted for him. I still think he's going to go down as the greatest president ever. I mean, look at what's happening right now. We're kicking ass.
No, it's pretty much on the books that he's going to go down as the worst president ever.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Rappy. I did turn it.
I did turn it.
Hold on. I did. No, not by far. Anyway, go ahead, Rappy. I'm sorry, I cut in. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Just in regards to a fact check, anybody could Google it. I could Google it, but I've done it too many times. Historians across the board, world historians and American historians, agree that Trump is in the bottom 5 presidents, as to where Obama and Biden fall within the top 10 presidents. This is out of all 47. You could just simply Google top 5 presidents, bottom 5 presidents, according to historians. Make it a non-biased question, and you'll find cited sources that dictate that through, again, historians and documented data. There is a new Shaquille up here. Roy, how you feeling? You there?
Roy.
What's going on? I heard somebody say that they needed MAGA, so I came.
Yeah, that was Sweets. Sweets needed a friend up here.
Hey, what's up, Roy?
Roy, you're like herpes. God.
Jesus, all right, well, let's damn.
I mean, you know what's the funny thing is that yes, Trump, for historians and the professionals, he might be the worst person, the worst president, but for the people, he is the best president.
Hold on, Roy.
Sweets, meet the other side of the people that voted for Trump. Meet
No,
Roy.
the people. I will meet Roy.
Roy?
He's Hispanic. He's
Roy?
Hispanic.
Yes, sir. Hispanics for Trump.
Everyone.
There you go.
Tweets and Roy. Roy, you know the rules. Please mute.
I'm learning. I'm learning the
Tweets,
rules.
shut
so
the
I
fuck
apologize.
up. Thank you, Roy. Holy shit. Tonight was going okay. Who was next for sweets?
I still wasn't done.
Yeah, go for it, Rafi.
Yeah, I just wanted to introduce Roy. Just real quick, Roy. I want to be very clear. Not all of us know who you are. I just want your age, state, and who you voted for before I go back to sweets. That's all I was trying to get.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm 30. I live in the great Washington State, and I voted for the Donnie.
I appreciate you, and as well as we'll get back to you. I'm just gonna mute you up while I address sweets. So sweets, your broad claim again is that he's gonna go down as the best. That's at best subjective. But if we're going to use data and statistics again, historians and economists mark him as the bottom five. Again, Biden and Obama top 10. That's
I
kind of
mean, I
across the
don't
board.
care what Adios or Ritters or what any of these like. I mean, I'm just looking at what he's done. What has he done? You know what he's done? He's stopped. He's done more for stopping the trafficking of children than any president. I dare you to name another president that's done more. I dare you to show what president in the last 16, 20 years has done more for our military. I dare you to tell me. Is that not bad? Do you not feel safer? Do you not feel safe right now? I feel pretty safe.
All right, so two things. Um, First thing, sweets. Do you recognize that you interrupted me to make the point you just made?
Dude, it's a debate, dude. Just tell me to shut up. I will.
Yeah, so that's the thing about debates is you don't tell people to shut up. You have decorum and impulse control in debates. So I'm going to
Yeah,
ask
but
respectfully because I'm not going to interrupt you, nor do I expect you to tell me to shut
okay,
up or check me because I will have decorum. I expect the same from you. Can you please not interrupt me?
sure. I'll do
I
my best.
appreciate you. I appreciate you. I just want to be very clear. If we're adults, you shouldn't have to do your best. You should just be able to do it.
It's
But I
just when
digress.
people say stupid stuff, dude, it's hard to.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I think that you say stupid stuff, but I still let you say it. It is not an excuse to lack impulse control. Please do not interrupt people, even though you believe something is true. No one cares about your feelings, as no one cares
No,
about mine. This is why we don't interrupt.
fuck my
You feel me?
feelings, dude.
Okay, cool. So stay on mute for me, please. I appreciate you. I went ahead and Googled what you said. What president has done the most against child T-ricking? It came up with George W. Bush and Barack Obama, not Donald Trump, just to make it very clear to you. So whether or not there's
That's
something in that that
comedy,
does say
dude.
that it is, hey, sweets, sweets, didn't we just have this talk
No,
about
I know,
interrupting?
I know. I just said it was comedy. I mean,
You
do you know
did
what
you need to
Donald
interrupt to
Trump?
say
Do you
that?
know what Donald Trump first did as president? His first declaration. Do you know what it was?
I'm
What
gonna ask
he
very clearly. I'm
devoted
gonna ask
his?
again. Are we gonna interrupt?
No, I'm just asking.
You interrupted to ask. You've interrupted everything I've said. I'm gonna ask one more time. You're gonna keep interrupting me?
God bless George Bush.
That wasn't an answer to my question. Are we gonna be adults? Are you gonna stop interrupting? We gotta have decorum. We gotta be adults here. Children aren't allowed on TikTok Live.
Stop being a fucking baby and continue your fucking.
It's okay, Roy. I appreciate you. No one asked for your opinion either. Sweets, we're gonna be adults? Because Roy's not gonna be an adult clearly since he
Dude,
lacks
I
impulse control
mean,
as well.
you need to be the adult, and sometimes you have to admit that.
Alright, so I guess I'll go ahead and I'll be the adult because we're not gonna go ahead and keep playing this nonsense back and forth of you doing this interrupting. So I'm just gonna go ahead and talk over you as adults do to children. I want to be very clear with you. There is no metric in any way, shape, or form other than your belief system and your personal subjective bias that dictates that Donald Trump, in any way, shape, or form, is a positive, net positive to America, the society as a whole, over time, indicative of his first term and or not provocative, that's crazy as hell, but preclusive of his so far second term. He is going to again go down as the top five. worst presidents of all time. Now, you can believe what you want to, but then I'm going to say, oh, I believe he's one of the top 5 worst. Then both of our belief systems cancel out, and now we have to go with the facts, and the facts dictate that he is, in fact, top 5 worst presidents of all time. Now, if we're going to
What
continue to talk about our
facts? No,
feelings, I want to be
give me
very
a
clear with you,
fact.
sweets. If we're going to keep talking about our
No,
feelings,
you can't say
then we can
something.
talk about our feelings.
No,
Are we
you
going to keep
talk
talking
about
about
your
our
feelings.
feelings?
These are your feelings right now. Are
Sure.
you
What
in a
was my
safe
feelings?
space?
What was my
No,
feelings?
give me a fact. Why is he the worst? Give me a fact.
Was that my statement as to why he was the worst, or was my statement to
You
economists proving
said
you wrong?
you're preaching it. So what's
Sure.
a
So do you want my feelings on why he's the worst, or do you want
fact that you
economists'
have?
reasoning on why he's the worst?
Let's hear the economist reason. Let's
The
hear it.
economist's reason as to why he's the worst, Sweets, is that okay with you?
Yes. Is that what? Yes, that's what
I
you
don't
said.
know. I mean, I
Or did you
dare
just want my personal
unbothered to come
reasons?
up.
Or the
Somebody
historian,
get up
whatever the
here.
fuck, whoever is coming up with the conclusion that he's the worst president ever.
That's
Yep.
just a
So, Void, no. So again, I want
Do you
to
want to
ask
have
again.
this panel for yourself?
It's really weird how Maga can't have impulse control. Sweets, I want to be very clear. Do you want me to talk about my feelings on why he's one of the top 5 worst, or like the metrics as to why he's the top 5 worst?
I want the metrics since you're so educated.
Okay. Now I want to be very clear. I told you economists did it, and you said you didn't care. If I give you the metrics, are you going to care?
I don't care.
Biden was the worst president.
Beautiful. Void, Lols, say what you got to say. That was crazy.
Why don't y'all introduce new people?
Sweet, shut the fuck up. Don't tell us what to do. Void, stay fucking muted. I've told you 50 fucking times. Stay muted until you're introduced. Just because you're fucking disobeying, I'm not gonna introduce you yet. Unstable, age, state who you voted for.
I'm just here because y'all give me a fucking chubby.
Fucking weird, dude. Jesus. Maga's so weird.
Yep,
Go ahead, Maga.
She was MAGA. Oh man.
Go ahead, Rafi. You're good, man.
I appreciate you. So the economist's reason as to why is because his inflation rates, his gas prices, his tariffs.
Wait, gas prices were higher under Biden.
And why was that?
No, but weren't they higher under Biden? So how can you use it against Trump? I don't understand.
Yeah, for sure. So it's context. The reason it was higher under Biden was because of C-19. The reason it's higher under Trump is because of Trump's actions in the Middle East. Shall we continue from that, or do you want to keep talking about
we'll
it?
continue from there. So you're not happy with what's happening in the Middle East?
That is literally the craziest pivot. I'm talking about why he's a
No,
black president,
you just said
pivoted
it.
to his
You
actions in the Middle East.
said because of the Middle East, Trump, blah blah blah. So are you not happy with the actions Trump is doing in the Middle East? Plain and simple.
I want to be very clear. In your blah blah blah, that whole portion is why your question is wrong and a pivot. Because in that blah 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 section, I said his actions in the Middle East are the
Then we'll go
reason
back.
why gas prices are high. It wasn't anything to do with how he was as president, just why the gas prices are high. Sweets.
So
You know
is
that,
that
right?
according to who, or is that according to the economist?
That's according to economists.
Okay, so the economist is saying that the reason of why gas prices were high is because of COVID, and it was not a reason of a policy derived from Biden.
As far as Biden goes, yes. In her term, it was the
So it's not your
complications.
opinion.
No, this is per the Energy Foundation. This has nothing to do with me. I
Energy
don't talk
Foundation.
about my feelings.
I thought you said an economist. Whose economist are we talking about? What's his name?
Get you the source. I got you. Don't worry about it.
Excellent. Yeah, let's see the report, because it seems like you're basing that on your opinion that COVID was nothing related with Mr. Biden, but somehow
That was
this
my bad,
Iran
dude. I didn't mean to
conflict
invite
is.
you. That was my bad, man.
Let's all read the report.
think we're waiting on you to read.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that source.
Do you see him teacupped? Can you be patient?
I mean, I think based on what he was telling us, I think he was reading from something, but it seems like he was basing his. I mean, he was
not,
telling us his opinion rather than
Gov
actually reading
and
something.
AAA.
Oh, so this is not from The Economist. This is just
EIA.gov is literally an economist site.
Who
do you think reports to EIA?
Sir, that is a department. That is the Department
yes, and
of
who do you
Energy,
think works
sir.
in that department, Roy?
Not an economist, sir.
Literally
the Department
economists.
of Energy. Yeah, the Department of Energy is a different thing from
I want you to literally
saying,
go on their website and type in economists and Biden's COVID-19 gas prices. You will find multiple
economist
articles
is this?
about it.
Okay, what is the name of the economist?
So I want to be very, very clear. You've asked 4 questions to pivot from the original question so you can be right. If I answer this, will you admit that you've been wrong?
No, you're giving me the Department of Energy.
Okay, so I want to be very clear. Was I first asked what my source was and that it was my opinion, and then I gave a source? Everybody here on panel?
Yep.
Cool. Yep. And then I gave a source?
No,
Roy, I appreciate you so much. I'm getting an opinion from everybody else except for you. Slay family, was I asked to give a source specifically, and then I gave it, and then was I told, no, who's the economist?
Yes.
Or was I told, yeah?
Yes.
Slay? Cool,
Yes.
perfect.
Yes.
So, Roy, I want to be very clear. You pivoted 4 times with a question to be able to get a right answer that you want to believe you're correct in regards to your narrative. I appreciate you. You asked for a source, I gave a source. You said it was my opinion. It's not. It's AAA and the EIA. And then you decided to say, well, which economist?
Is the
pivot, concede that you were wrong because you didn't ask for an economist, you asked for a source. Yes or no, Roy?
What is the name of the economist?
Roy, did you ask for a source or did you ask for an economist?
No, I asked you for
Did you ask me for a source or an economist first?
I asked for the economist. What is
everybody else? Is he lying to me right now?
He's lying to you.
Yes.
Isn't that what I asked?
Everyone's saying that's not what you asked, buddy. Slay literally has the recordings, and he can show that you asked me just for a source, not the economist.
Play the recording.
You'd have to get it after the live ends. Do you not know how TikTok works? You've been here long enough, Roy.
Okay. Hey, please send me the live recording.
Actually, I'll tell you what. Write this down. It's off of YouTube. You can go to tomorrow. You'll be able to go at some point in time tomorrow. It'll be up on YouTube. Go to Slay and Maga 2.0. Go ahead and subscribe. You'll be able to find this live tomorrow up on YouTube.
Mega Slayer. He's
all right.
Whatever.
Well, I'm glad that we know that the information is coming from the Department of Energy, but that was not your claim. Your claim was that you were reading this off of a report from an economist. So if that's the case, what is the name of the economist and what is the source?
That's literally not what I said, Roy. Again.
Oh,
but he's making a good point, though. What economist is backing your source? That's all he's asking.
Yes. Simple. You said that an economist agreed that the reason why gas prices were at that high is because of the COVID-era pandemic, right? You were reading a report from an economist. Who is this economist? Because I can tell you other studies that I have read from other economists that have said that Biden policies had an effect on gas prices, on the WTI. Not on Brent, on WTI, which is Texas oil. I hope you know the difference between the benchmarks, right? Brent versus WTI. I hope you.
And I hope you understand that the EIA and AAA still say you're wrong, regardless of if I said economist or not. You're still wrong.
So it was not an economist. It was the AAA. Okay.
Hoover Institute also reported on it. Does that help? Do you want me to get more economists? There's banks, there's economists. Which one do you want?
Which institute
You
again?
pivoted 5 times to make this point, and you're still wrong, Roy.
All right. Well, it seems like you don't have an economist, so let's move on.
I've given you 4 economist
continue
sites.
your claims.
I've made 4 economist sites. I've named them.
Oh, can you repeat them again? It's okay. Let's move on.
That was a boring topic.
It's interesting to me that the both of you think that you run the live. We're going to keep talking about this. If you don't want to, you can leave. But we're going to keep talking about this because you're still wrong. Gas went up under Biden due to COVID. All right, C-19. You can try to give me a source that proves me wrong if you'd like. But again, as I said in the beginning, the EIA and the AAA...
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
I appreciate you, sweets. We talked about interrupting, impulse control, children, remember? We don't want to look like children on TikTok Live.
No, I look like a child every night.
You said you cry like a child every night?
No, I look like a child every night because I have to talk to people like you.
So you have to act like a child? That's a very poor logic to make here, sweets. I feel like that's...
I always go down to the level of my person.
Hey, buddy, do you...
Well, sure, what have I said that's childish? Sweets, anything? What have I said that's childish?
Smiles.
No, are y'all not reading Section 8? Because, yes, I mean, this whatever word y'all don't want me to say was nothing more than fucking the flu. And when you look at how people were unalived, dear God, they were doing it to our own people. They did
That's
it
how
to
I'm
us.
being childish?
Who's being childish?
You said that if you talk to me, you have to go down to the level of being childish. I asked, how am I being childish?
Yeah.
And your answer was about other people.
I'm going to talk back the way you talk to me. It's plain and simple.
How am I being childish?
You show me respect, I'll show you respect. I haven't seen any respect, sir.
So I want to be very clear. You interrupted me, and then now you're asking for respect. That's not how that works. Roy, I want to be very clear
When I
with
have
you.
my
You pivoted.
powers, you being...
I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you. Slay.
Show your power.
I'm gonna give this to you because it
Keep
is
showing your
family
power.
and long les with us. So what exactly would you like to do with them? Because it's very childish, and I think tomorrow when they watch this live on YouTube, they'll just watch back on themselves, and it'll be a very interesting retrospective. But how are you feeling?
Dude, I'm fucking over them. Holy shit.
So am I, since
And we
they don't
focus
know
on the
what the
conversation.
rules of debate is because they've never been in an actual debate. They think debate and argument is the same thing.
And I would like to say, Slay, unfortunately, no matter how much they want to talk, Slay, you've lost approximately 7 viewers with them being up here, and you've lost 2.5 panelists.
Oh.
So,
am I no fun?
Be quiet.
No, apparently not, according to the algorithm.
All right. Can we focus on the conversation, please?
Roy.
I would like to go back to
Roy, stop.
Yes. Okay. All right. So that's it.
Roy.
I'm trying
to let the host speak. Shut up.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
What do you think, Slay?
You know what? I'm going to leave it up to you and Rafi. What do you guys think?
I'm pretty over it. What do you think, Rafi?
I mean, it's
Here's what I'll
okay.
do.
It's okay.
Alan,
that y'all wanted.
I appreciate you, sweets. Alan,
Y'all
are you
wanted
there?
MAGA. Here we are.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
asking for Alan, please. Sweets, please wait your turn. I will get to you, I promise. Alan, you there?
Yes.
Perfect. Can I just get your age to who you voted for one time?
Alabama 46 Trump.
Beautiful. I appreciate you. And Mysterion, You know, we know that you know we know you. But can we just get your age to who you voted for one time?
I got the age. It's 33. I got the state.
I,
It's Washington. And I got who I voted for. It was Harris.
yeah. All right. Beautiful. I
Why does
appreciate you.
bro talk like this?
Hold on, Alan.
Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good, Alan. Don't worry, we'll get to you. I promise. We just wanted to introduce everybody properly. I do want to give because Harley and Bacon did come in, so I do want to give them the chance to speak because I feel like they do want to speak. But Lawless, me and you are on the same wavelength as far as, you know what I'm saying, going forward. I just want to give Harley and Bacon a chance to speak before, you know what I'm saying, we head over to Alan and let Alan say stuff because I want to let Alan and Slay talk. But
totally
Bacon,
good,
totally Harley, Bacon, what you got?
Alan, could you mute up for me, please?
Me?
Sorry.
Yes, ma'am. I can do that. Sure.
Thank you.
Go ahead. I'll go after you.
Nope. Harley dropped.
Harley dropped. You good?
I'm gonna turn on my camera. Sorry.
Why?
I wanna address you guys.
You want to see me?
No.
Alan, mute.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Fuck's sake.
Really, my bad.
All my friends decided to. Hey, can you turn on his camera?
The hell in Satan's name, greed, good.
Oh my God, Alan.
I want to
see that shit.
Shut
They
up.
don't want to see the extra.
What? I did, and that's why I turned his camera off. Please, we're trying to get this done. Please, Alan, stay muted.
We have
Hold
Satan.
on. I'm trying to fucking speak. All my friends decided to.
They're scared.
One more time, I'm gonna ask the host to drop you. Thank you. And Roy, you better fucking listen. All my friends are citizens of this country. They decided to forgo their citizenship. You know why? They're afraid that they might be the next victim of this administration. There's two individuals that is pew down. One in Texas and one in Maine. And by the way, they're both Mexicans, by the way. One is Cambodian. And when will you wake up, Roy? That your people, my people, and the brown skinned people are the victims of this. Even though you are a citizen of this fucking country, you're not fucking safe. All my fucking friends left me because they are fucking afraid because they have a fucking accent.
Mm-hmm.
And is that all you can say about this?
Oh, can I respond? So I'm curious to know, Bacon, why did you change the subject to immigration?
Because I am affected by this, and your vote affected by this.
Okay, so you derailed the whole conversation just to fit what you care about. Okay, perfect. Then let's discuss immigration, right? But that was not what we were discussing. We were discussing about the oil markets, about the economy. Okay? But if you want to discuss immigration, then let's discuss immigration. Because it seems like it's really affecting you. Okay? So your question is, why don't I care about what's happening? Trump is doing exactly what I voted for. Bacon.
I'm done. I'm done.
Yes, I know.
Host,
I know
I'm
you
done.
cannot accept it. I know you cannot accept it, but we have a difference of opinions when it comes to this.
Roy,
Yeah,
can I
he
ask you a
left.
question?
Well, he left because he cannot have a discussion, like a debate over
Roy.
this.
That's fine. He
He
can't.
gets
But
too
I'm
emotional.
asking you a question. Can I debate you on
Sure.
this immigration? You said Trump is doing what you voted for. Did you vote for the violation of the Constitution?
Violations of the Constitution is just a normal thing that happens during every administration, sir.
So you're okay? That's normal? Do you not? What is the oath the
No.
president takes when he
Violation
takes office?
So the way the system works, we have three branches of government, right? The Supreme Court is the one that interprets the Constitution, right? The Supreme Court, if they rule that one of the executive orders or one of the policies that Trump implemented is unconstitutional, that means that democracy is working. That means that the system is working.
Okay, cool. Can you answer my question? What is the oath the president takes when he takes office?
To protect the Constitution and its people.
There we go. So if the president takes an oath to violate the Constitution, or to protect the Constitution and defend it and uphold it, and he knowingly violates the Constitution, is he a bad president?
Well, first of all, how do you know that he knew that he was violating the Constitution?
Oh, well,
whose job is that?
So the Supreme Court already ruled that it would.
Okay.
What he said, his executive order outlawing birthright citizenship was unconstitutional. They already ruled that. So
Okay, excellent. So hold on. So let me stop you right there. So is the executive branch job to interpret the Constitution, or is the Supreme Court, is the judicial branch?
Well, wouldn't you say the executive branch should be informed on the Constitution if his job is to uphold, defend, and protect it? Shouldn't he know what it is and what the what?
But
I'm
again,
just saying,
according to the Constitution, whose branch is in charge?
Yeah, we already established that. I'm saying that
Okay,
if
then there you go.
Okay, so then do you think that if the president of the United States is charged with upholding and defending the Constitution, it is his responsibility to know what is and isn't unconstitutional, and he should not rely on the Supreme Court to tell him whether he has done something unconstitutional?
Oh, really? So then if that's the case,
I'm asking a question. Do you think? I said, do you think?
No.
So you don't think the president should know and understand the Constitution if he is charged with defending it?
What I'm saying is that after the Supreme Court decision rules against something, he should follow the law. He should follow the Constitution.
So the Supreme Court already did rule it. So again,
yeah, exactly, and he's following the Constitution.
No.
He's following the ruling.
You said no. The Supreme Court ruled prior to this ruling. So it was Wong Kim.
That's how it works.
Yeah. So the Supreme Court had already ruled on whether someone born in the United States is automatically given birthright citizenship based on this. That was a Wong Kim arc done in the early 1980s, I believe it was 90s.
Not the way Trump did it.
Yes, the way Trump did it. Yes, so the Supreme Court ruled
if that was the case, the Supreme Court would not have heard this case. They would have sent this case back. No, this case was brought in.
Sir.
This case was brought in by individuals.
But the Supreme Court had already ruled on, like, let's say, abortion. They already ruled that, and then they heard another case. So you're saying if the Supreme Court rules on one time case, they don't rule ever again in similar cases? If they feel
because there's already a ruling. Therefore, they will send this back to the lower courts.
So you're not making sense, because there was already a ruling on abortion, and yet they overturned.
Okay, so you're gonna tell me that the Supreme Court will hear. Okay, hold on a second.
They overturn rulings all the time.
Okay, hold on a second. Are you telling me that the Supreme Court will hear a case twice?
Not the same case, but similar cases. Yes, they
then there you go.
Similar case. So they already ruled on a similar case, depicting that if someone is born here, no matter what the citizenship of their parents is, they are given birthright citizenship, because that's what the Constitution says. If you read the Constitution,
what case is that?
any Wong Kim arc.
And when was that?
I believe it was 1890.
1890. Okay. So, do you know the difference between this case and the previous case in 1800s, 1890s? Which the date
Yeah, it
is
was
wrong, but okay.
1898. It was 1898.
Yes.
Yep.
Correct. Do you know the difference between that case and this case that was brought to the Supreme Court? Now, just and also another thing that I would like to ask you is that do you also know that when Biden tried to forgive the student loans, the Supreme Court ruled against and the Biden administration, and Biden circumvent the Supreme Court ruling.
Roy, that's not true.
Right,
That's
and he
not how that
still forgive those student loans.
Mysterion dropped.
Do you know
Okay,
this?
Roy, wait 1 second. Let me introduce the new people. Mysterion just dropped. I think maybe he hit a spot in the service. Let's see. Age, state, who you voted for.
33 New York and Harris.
Okay. That sounded like a child.
That was my niece in the background.
Oh.
It also wasn't me.
Oh, I saw your thing light up at the same time. I was like, I heard a fucking child.
Yeah, that was my niece in the background.
Okay, thank you. Age, state, and who you voted for that.
44, Florida, but not raised in Florida. So please excuse me. I am not Floridian.
It's all right. Who'd you vote for?
Vice President Harris.
Okay, thank you. If y'all could stay muted. If you have a comment or question or whatever, hand emoji in the chat. We'll get to you as soon as we can. Rafi, you wanted to speak, and then family after you. Hey, Twisted, what's up, man?
Hello, everybody. Do you want me to introduce real quick?
Yeah, go for it, just for people who don't know you.
46 from North Carolina, and because I have a brain, Kamala Harris, I wasn't going to vote for somebody that was a convicted felon and a rapist.
Awesome, thank you. Oh, Mysterion's back.
I went airplane mode to get rid of an echo, and I totally forgot I was still on airplane mode, and I was like rambling.
Rafi, do you mind if Mysterion finishes up?
No, for sure.
All right, go for it, Mysterion.
In my rambling, I don't know what you heard or didn't hear, but just to reiterate. So, we already know that the Supreme Court ruled in 1998, that no matter the citizenship of the parents, they are American citizens. We know that the Constitution, when it was ratified and this amendment was installed, that this said specifically, if you're born, doesn't say no matter what your citizenship of your parents, it just says if you're born in the United States, you're an American citizen. 2 instances where it has been written and then upheld by the Supreme Court. And you said that if the Supreme Court rules, the president needs to follow. He didn't follow in that executive order. On top of that, we have his director of ICE, Todd Lyons, issued another unconstitutional order telling all ICE agents to go into homes without a judicial warrant. That would be a Fourth Amendment violation. Again, that is not disputed that would be a Fourth Amendment violation. We don't need to wait for the Supreme Court to rule on that. So we have 2 instances of his immigration policy violating the Constitution. Yet you have no issue with it. Again, did you vote for that? Is that what you're saying?
All right, hold on a second. So before you dropped, right? I asked you a question. I asked you a direct question, right? So, or it was a statement rather than a question. So back when Biden was in office, he tried to forgive student loans, and the Supreme Court ruled against that decision. What the Biden administration did is that they circumvent the Supreme Court to still forgive the student loans under a different statute. Does that mean that Biden was not following the Constitution because he circumvented the Supreme Court?
Yeah, I can explain to you the difference. So in Trump's case, we have the Constitution says this is specifically the case, and the Supreme Court ruled that this case is like what it is. What the Supreme Court ruled in Biden's whole forgiveness, and I don't know where you're getting he did go around it because my student loans didn't get forgiven. What they ruled is that
circumvent.
What they ruled though is not that he violated the Constitution, like something that the Constitution said is the law, and then he went directly against that. What they said was the Constitution doesn't give him that power to do that. So it's a little different. If we can see
there you go.
So there's the nuance in that. They didn't rule that Trump doesn't have the power to issue that executive order. They ruled that executive order goes against the Constitution.
No, but it's the same thing. Like, for example, on the tariffs, well, hold on a second. On the tariffs, they rule that the executive branch cannot levy taxes on its people, right? So therefore, what did Trump do? Right? He used a different statute that Congress allowed power to the executive branch.
So in that case, that case is directly similar to the Biden scenario, what you're saying. Is that the Supreme Court ruled he didn't have the authority to do that. But his executive order banning birthright citizenship, that violated the Constitution. They didn't say
no, because you don't understand the difference.
They said, no, you're not understanding the difference. That's
no, you don't understand the difference of that statute, right? So the different.
What's the difference?
The cases are two different.
Order and what's the difference between the executive order ruling that Trump, the Supreme Court ruling on Trump's executive order banning birthright citizenship, and his executive order for tariffs? What's the difference there?
I'll tell you what's the difference. So the case between United States versus Wong Kim, right, which is in the 1898, right? That was the difference is that this executive, my phone dropped. This executive order is the legal status of the parents, not the individual, right? So what the executive order did is that if both parents are illegal, that means that the child doesn't get citizenship, right? The ruling that you're discussing that was done in the 1800s, that was for the child. So it was two different things. That's why the Supreme Court decided to hear this case. Otherwise, they will have just
so you're wrong.
Refused to hear the case and send it back to the lower courts. Do you understand the difference?
I'm assuming you read it in like 10 seconds.
No, this is something that I've been discussing for the last year.
Sir, you didn't until I stated it. So it's kind of funny you're telling me what the Supreme Court ruling and that it was about the citizenship of the child. Yes, it was about the citizenship of the child in relation to the parents. So the parents were not U.S. citizens. No. The parents could not become U.S. citizens thanks to the Chinese Exclusion Act at the time. So they were not given a pathway to U.S. citizenship. So that's why they try to say, well, the parents can't be U.S. citizens because they're Chinese citizens. So this child can't be U.S. citizens despite it being born on American soil because the parents are Chinese citizens. So it was about the parent citizenship in that case as well. So it's funny that you're trying to rewrite revisionist history on something you just learned about. Like, It's okay to say you're wrong and be like, hey, I'm gonna read about it and learn about that. That's okay. But like, just to try to rewrite something to get your point, I mean, it's not smart. It's not a thing I would advise you to do.
Sir, what they were discussing is subject to the jurisdiction. It's just a different total new case. So the Supreme Court doesn't hear cases twice, right? They don't
hear the same case twice, but do they not hear similar cases? And then they refer to
under different statutes. That's what I'm saying, that this was subject to the jurisdiction statute, right? So there are two different things. That's why the Supreme Court decided to hear on this. So therefore, what Trump did was just to let the conversation start on the floor of the Supreme Court. That's it. After they ruled that was against the Constitution, that's it. Trump followed the ruling, just like he has done for all the rulings that the Supreme Court has done. So the premise of Trump is violating the Constitution is false. There's nuance to that, like you say.
So Trump hasn't followed every ruling. I mean, like take for instance the Borrego Garcia. But again, you said he follows Supreme
Obrego
Court
Garcia.
ruling.
Oh, no. Hold on a second. Obrego Garcia.
Wait,
Was
sir,
he
sir,
sent
sir,
back?
sir. Wait, sir. How old are you?
You said that he
How old are you?
didn't follow
Sir, how
Obrego
old are you?
Garcia case.
Sir, Roy, how old are you?
I am 31.
How 31. Okay, so you're younger than me, but you're old enough to be an adult. So I'm gonna finish what I was saying, and then you can answer. But like interrupting me just makes me take longer to finish what I was saying. Could you agree to that? Let's be adults.
Go on.
Okay, cool. So like you said, you made some claims like he follows Supreme Court ruling, but in the case of Borrego Garcia, he didn't. We have the Supreme Court that I mentioned, Wong Kim Ark, which he didn't follow, and instead issued this executive order. The Supreme Court has ruled multiple times about Fourth Amendment and what is allowed as far as what is required for the federal or local law enforcement agencies in order to enter private residence. He doesn't follow that with Todd Lyons issuing this memo. So to say he follows that is wrong. And like I said, I asked you many times, and you still haven't answered. He has now violated the Constitution multiple times in his immigration policy. Is that what you voted for, him to violate the Constitution in enacting his immigration policy?
Well, first of all, what you're claiming is wrong, right? So he followed the Obrego Garcia case. Why? Because he was brought back into the country. As a matter of fact, the guy's still here in the United States. So the claim of him not following the ruling is completely false. So why should I continue this debate if you're being disingenuous?
No. You're the one being disingenuous. He attempted not to follow it, and then they kept pressuring him. Hey, we already ruled. Follow this order.
Did he follow the ruling? Yes or no?
Did he attempt to not follow it? Yes or no?
Did he follow the ruling? Yes or no? That's the question.
Did he attempt to follow it? Yes or no? I'll mute you until you answer. Right. Cool. Come off mute if you want to answer the question.
Oh, so are you a mod?
Oh yeah, you didn't know this?
Oh, okay.
I'm being very polite when you keep interrupting and running for my questions. I'm being very polite, but I'm going to hold you to this one. Did he not attempt to not follow this executive order?
It's a simple answer. Did he follow the ruling? Yes or no?
It is a simple answer. I asked the question. Did he attempt to not follow it by delaying it? And
it doesn't matter.
So it doesn't matter that he attempted not to follow it if in the end he does follow it. You don't think that's wrong? That if a president says, "Hey,
he followed the Constitution at the end of the day."
But like, let's be honest. Like, following at the end of the day when you attempted not to follow it is not really actively following Supreme Court ruling. So you can't make the argument that he follows Supreme Court ruling.
Okay, so all right. Can you please tell me under what legal framework are you going to present a case that Trump did not follow the Constitution when at the end of the day he followed the ruling? Can you please tell me the legal framework? What is the law?
Yeah, so if I were a judge, I will do this, but under one condition. The next time I answer a question, you are not allowed to come off mute until you answer that question. Agreed? Because you keep running for my questions, and I'll answer yours, and then you run for my question. So I will answer this under one condition. The next time I ask you a question, you are only allowed to answer the question and come off mute. Otherwise, I'm just going to drop you. Because if you can't have a conversation and do it both ways and be an adult, then why are we doing this? Like, rules for everyone, right?
It's you, the one that is not answering my question. But okay, go ahead,
sir. I keep answering your question. I've asked you multiple questions, and you refuse to answer them. I can name off every question I've asked you, and you haven't answered. If you'd like,
get on with it.
So, cool. So, if he tried to not do it, which he did, he was actively saying, "I can't do it. I have no power to do this." That would be defying the Supreme Court ruling. Even though at the end of the day they finally got him to do it, I would say that him attempting not to do it would be him actually trying to defy it. So, my question to you again is, did you or did you not vote for the President of the United States to violate the Constitution when enacting his immigration plan?
No, sir.
Okay, so he's enacted it twice now. I told you about the executive order, and we've also briefly talked about Todd Lyons' memo, which you refused to even acknowledge, that he told agents to violate the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution. Do you think that doing these things makes him a bad president? That he is violating the Constitution to enact an immigration plan?
So I think I think we have a disconnection here. So we have acknowledged that Trump has followed the Constitution after every ruling. Right now, that memo that you're referring about, can you please tell me which, if the Supreme Court or a lower court has heard the case, and if he hasn't followed that ruling, let's discuss it. But so far, based on what I know, he has followed every ruling. Now, I did vote for Trump to question.
You want a Supreme Court ruling?
Okay.
So are you saying that the Supreme Court has never ruled that the federal or local law enforcement needs a judicial warrant? I think that's pretty well established in Supreme Court precedent. Do you not? I mean, I could look up the exact case, but
all right. So can you please tell me?
But you said, but you wait. But let's follow your logic. You said it right. It is established in Supreme Court precedent that you need a judicial warrant in order to go into a private residence, right? And you said, and you would agree that the Supreme Court has already ruled on this, right?
Correct.
Okay. So by your logic, you said if the Supreme Court has already ruled on it, Trump would follow it. The Supreme Court has already ruled on it. Trump in his administration is not following it. So you said that they wouldn't have the same case come up because you said if they've already ruled on it, they would never have the same case go up again. So then they wouldn't have to go to the same case again. This would just follow under the previous ruling. Would you not agree?
Well, hold on a second.
I'm just using your logic here.
All right, hold on a second. All right, so under what statute is ICE using to go inside with the judicial warrants to go inside of a home?
So they're not using judicial warrants. They are not using. That's the whole problem. Is the Supreme Court has already ruled
administrative warrants, right?
That is that a judicial warrant? Have you looked at it? What an administrative warrant is?
That's what I'm asking you. Under what statute?
Yeah, so they're
is
not
there a
using.
law on this?
There is no law saying that they can do this. This is not the use of administrative warrants. Administrative warrants only allow for the arresting of people in public spaces. The Supreme Court has already ruled that in order to enter a private residence, you need a judicial warrant. And you said they wouldn't have to rule again. So Todd Lyons issuing a memo, that's the director of ICE, well, he was up until May of this year, issuing a memo back in May of last year telling agents to go in homes without a judicial warrant would be a constitutional violation per the Constitution and, like you already agreed, the Supreme Court. So that would be the Trump's administration not going, following Supreme Court rulings. Would you not? Okay. How else would you classify that?
So is there a case where ICE has gone inside of a house?
Does it have to be ICE specifically, or I thought they ruled in the Supreme Court ruling that it was all federal aid or all law enforcement agencies, that any law enforcement officer cannot enter a home without the judicial warrant?
Well, I'm asking, has there been a case where an ICE agent has, or any federal agent has gone inside of a house under the Trump administration?
Why does it have to be under the Trump administration?
Well,
would it not?
We're discussing the Trump administration.
Yeah, but if a Supreme Court ruling happened under a different administration, does the next administration not have to follow those Supreme Court rulings?
No, but your premise is that the Trump administration is violating the Constitution by creating this memo. So I'm asking you, which ICE agent has gone inside of a house, right, and has violated the Constitution? Can you give me a specific example?
Case? A specific example? You have Chong Lee Tao in Minnesota. He's an American citizen. He was the one, I don't know if you saw it in the news, he was taken out in his boxers. He lives at his home with his son, his daughter-in-law, and his grandson. There is no undocumented people living in their home. They are all American citizens. They went into his home without a judicial warrant and arrested him and brought him out. It's all over the news that he was in his boxers. So that's one case. There was another case of a woman who husband was arrested by ICE. She then went home, and they went and followed her home and broke into her house without a judicial warrant. They already had released her, out of the situation. So it's not following her in a chase of any sort. They went into her home. There's also a recent case of a son and a grandfather who were arrested in their home. They had no judicial warrant. The son was an American citizen. So again, that's a violation of multiple. But I don't know why it needs to be specific cases. If the administration, the highest officer of a department, issues an order that is unconstitutional and no one pushes back, do you not think that's a problem? And that would show that they are openly and willing to violate the Constitution.
Yeah, so if federal agents have probable cause because of a fugitive that is inside of a house, what's
They
what
get a
then?
warrant. You get
Do
a
they
warrant.
have to wait?
You have to wait. Yeah, you have to wait to get a warrant. The only time you can enter a home without
An administrative
a judicial
warrant. What is that?
That is not a judicial warrant. Do you not know what administrative warrant is? I can explain it
Yeah,
to you if you don't.
no. Yeah, I know the difference.
So what can
I know the difference, sir.
Okay, what's the difference between an administrative warrant?
So an immigration officer issues.
Yeah.
The difference is a judge issues that warrant, or with the what is it called? The administrative warrant. Yeah.
So no, a
issued
judge
by
doesn't issue
the
it.
supervisor or immigration officer.
Oh, I got a phone call. 1 second. So a judge doesn't issue it, just so you know. The reason why
No. The judge issues a judicial warrant.
No. A judge issues a judicial warrant.
Yes.
But I-205's administrative warrants are not issued by judges.
They're issued by the ICE supervisor or the immigration officer.
Yeah, so another immigration officer is an ICE super or another ICE agent. They're not issued by any sort of judicial branch. Do you know why that is? Wouldn't suffice the legal means for the Fourth Amendment?
Well, hold on a second. So under the Fourth Amendment, it only bans unreasonable searches, right? But if I could argue that it's reasonable to enter a home to deport somebody who is a criminal, who has already gone through the immigration court process, I mean, I think this is something for the Supreme Court to hear. Because that's the justification that the administration is using.
Their only justification in order to enter a home without a judicial warrant is to save a person, so someone that's in distress or anything like that, or already in pursuit of a person, and they flee into a home. You can then follow them in because you're already in pursuit.
Probable cause.
So you can't. Yeah, that would be the probable cause. You're already in pursuit of this person. You're in there. But if a person is residing in there and you're at a base and you're like, oh hey, the immigration court has issued an order for deportation for this person. Now I'm going to go to their house where I think they live and detain them. You need a judicial warrant in order to enter the house because you're not pursuing them in an active chase. You're now going after the fact. So that's after a court ruling. It's not in pursuit. So and the reason why, if you can read on about what suffices judicial warrant and what why they have it this way on Congress.gov, and Congress.gov lays it out pretty simple for the Fourth Amendment. The reason why you need a judicial warrant is because they're considered neutral and detached. Neutral and detached would not describe a fellow ICE officer issuing an administrative warrant. They're neither neutral because they are a part of one party, and they are not detached because they are literally a part of the same agency. So it's not neutral or detached. And the reason why these warrants aren't issued by immigration judges is because those two are not considered neutral or detached. They're not neutral because they fall under the executive branch, same as ICE and DHS. They are all part of the same branch of government, unlike other judicial, state, and federal judges, which fall under the judicial branch. They are not detached also because while they are a part of the department, they can be fired for their rulings, unlike a federal or state judge who can be either recalled or impeached, but there's a whole process. They can't just be unilaterally fired by one person without any sort of process or hearing. So that's why they invented these I-205 forms, and these I-205 forms are only meant to be used for public spaces. Previous ICE directors have even come and said, that's how we were told to use them. That's how we used them. We know this doesn't suffice the requirements for the Fourth Amendment. So we have two instances here of violating the Constitution, yet you still stand by this. It's interesting.
Well, I think what's happening is that there's lower courts, right? Federal judges are striking these rates case by case. And, I mean, I think this is something that the Supreme Court has to rule on. And there's that.
So the Supreme Court has to rule that I specifically...
On the loophole.
But that doesn't make sense, because you said earlier that as long as Supreme Court has ruled, they don't need to do it again. That was your thing, is like they've already ruled this, they don't have to do it again.
There's a loophole.
Yeah, but there's not a loophole. They've already ruled that law enforcement agents, doesn't matter if they're federal, state, doesn't matter which department you're a part of, need a judicial warrant. That's already been ruled. They did not specify, only for FBI and the city of LA agencies. No, they said all federal law enforcement.
The loophole is probable cause.
What is probable cause? What are you talking? You don't know
The
what
probable
cause is.
of having again, the probable cause of having somebody who is a fugitive of the law inside of a house, right?
You still
that
need a
has
warrant.
already
It
gone
doesn't
through
matter.
immigration court.
They've already ruled
Well,
that you still need a warrant. That's like saying, okay, so I know a drug house, I know a trap house that sells schmugs. I know this to be the thing. So that's my probable cause, and I can now go in there without a warrant. No, you need to take what you know, and you need to have evidence to prove that. You take it to a judge. The judge rules if you have enough to go in there. So,
well, that's what I'm saying.
So in this case, in order to suffice the law of the Constitution, the Fourth Amendment, they would need to go, hey, this has been issued. Order for removal for this person has been issued.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait. Then they go to a judge. Not an immigration judge, a regular judge. They say, here is the information I have. I know this. Here's the warrant for removal, and here's the proof that this person lives at that home. Then the judge would then issue them a warrant saying, okay, you can go into that home to arrest that person. But you can't just say, hey, probable cause means I think this, or I have evidence that this person did something, so then I could just go into that home.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You don't understand what probable cause is.
No, what I'm saying is that they have probable cause when those fugitives have a final removal order signed by a judge.
That's not what probable cause is. Can you define what probable cause is?
Yes, it is. Probable cause it means that they have a paper of a removal order by a judge.
No.
And they believe,
not in this case.
They believe that a person is inside the house.
No. That you're talking about
again.
The specific case.
What if they believe a fugitive?
No, sir. You're not understanding my question. What is probable cause in general? Not in specific to immigration. What is defined as probable cause?
Yeah, if they believe that a fugitive is inside of a house, that is probable cause, sir.
That's circular. What is probable cause itself?
Again, I just told you.
No, you're giving me a case. You're giving me an instance, a scenario. That's not defining what it is. That's an example. Define what it is.
I just told you, sir, is the belief, right, based on concrete facts that, probable cause, God damn it, is the suspicion, right?
You're saying probable cause is what you're saying. Like, define.
Well, is the suspicion is the reasonable belief, right, based on concrete facts that a crime has been committed, right?
Okay.
Come on, probable cause.
Yes. So probable cause is a reasonable suspicion that a crime has been committed, right? But it's not probable cause. Isn't that we already have determined the crime has been committed, and now we're going to arrest them? You need an arrest warrant.
If there's a if there's a final removal order,
and you take that to a judge, who then determines if this actually meets the criteria in order to enter the home. But you have to still go to a judge.
Yeah, so again, if a judge signs an order of a final removal and the ICE agent determines that somebody inside the house is a fugitive of the law, right, because they have this paper, right, and they get an administrative warrant, they get inside the house. So it's that loophole is what I'm referring about. Okay. I think what the Supreme Court has to step up.
That's not a loophole. Can I ask you a question to do something for me? Just so you can know, and you're not just taking, I'm not going to do it, trust me, bro. I want you to Google, if someone has is a fugitive of the law, do they need an arrest warrant in order to go into the home?
They have I just told you, they have an administrative warrant.
Administrative warrant isn't the same, and I've already explained that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's a loophole that that's not the distinction that the Supreme Court must address.
No, it's already been addressed. It's already been addressed many times.
Well, clearly not, because the administration
again, this is very going circular, so I'm just going to give up, and someone else can have it, because you can't seem to grasp this concept that you need a warrant signed by a judge. per the Constitution in order to go in a
Yeah,
home.
but
You
it's
can't just
clearly
use an
not because the
administrative warrant.
administration is using that justification, sir. Right? So if the administration keeps on doing this based on that justification, I think the Supreme Court has to step in and say, hey, no, we have ruled in this case, right? And there's that. The administration is violating the Constitution, like a formal letter, right? Stating this. They don't have to issue a ruling. They have to issue a formal letter stating this. Because in my eyes, I think there's a loophole. There's a clear loophole that, the Supreme Court must address. And he dropped.
He might have hit a fuck. What is the? I'm so fucking tired. I can't even think.
Yeah, a dead spot.
That. Thank you.
Raffy, me, and then Twisted.
All right, Rafi, it's all you, man.
I'm a pass it on because I forgot what I was gonna say, but I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just I forgot. So on to the next person.
All right,
Okay.
family.
Roy, how long did you live in Mexico?
I live like nine years.
Was that since you were a boy? Were you a boy when you lived in Mexico? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Were you born there? Did you know about your government when you were you there? Was it a dictatorship?
No, it was not a dictatorship.
Okay, so you've always lived in a democracy, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Mexico has been always a democracy. They have been ruled by one party.
Actually,
different.
there was a point in time when Mexico was not a democracy, but that was way before you were born. But anyway, the reason why I asked is because I was wondering if there was ever a time you lived in Mexico under the dictatorship that they had. But anyway, that's besides the point. But because you never known anything other than a democracy, I won't ask that question. Do you mind if I change the subject?
Go ahead.
Okay. I have a question to ask you. And is it okay if I bring up the e-files, Slay? Does anybody mind if I bring up the e-files, or is that a problem?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I won't bring up any names or anything to make sure that we're covered. But Roy, have you read the e-files?
Yes, I have.
All of them?
Pretty much all of them.
Pretty much all of them. Okay, so you are aware of the parts of the e-files where Trump is involved with children? Is that correct?
Yes.
What do you think
the
of
allegations? That? Yes.
No, not allegations. It's not allegations. They're proven court case files.
Proven case. Oh, can you be specific?
Epstein was brought to court with those files.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
so
well, I'm referring allegations
files.
Based on. Yeah, I'm saying allegations based on Trump's accusations.
They're not Trump's allegations. They're Epstein files, court case files. They are in the Department
can you be specific?
of Justice. It's Department of Justice court case files.
Yeah, but you're saying that there's some accusations on Trump dealing with little like minors, right? So
yes.
If that's the case, can you please bring me examples and we can discuss from there?
Yes, I can certainly bring you some files but you'd have to go into the Department of Justice website in order to do so.
That's fine. I mean, so look, based on the Epstein files, I just go based on what I have read, like Bradley Edwards, who represents the Epstein victims. Bradley Edwards in 2009, he said that Trump was the only person who collaborated to the investigation. Meanwhile, the other people did not, right? We also have evidence that the West Palm Beach Police Department came forward and stated that Trump is the one that called them and stated that Epstein was doing bad things, right, to certain minors, right?
Yeah, so was
we
Trump.
also have the victims came forward, right, and
Yeah.
stated that Trump never did nothing to them.
No,
Never,
No,
no
that's not true. That's not true.
Can you please tell me? Okay, can you please tell me the specifics in
Well, I
which
can't tell you the
a victim came
specific.
forward?
I can't tell you specific names because those names have been redacted from those files because of the fact that they are victims. Okay, but those victims did
what about the
report to
allegation?
the Miami PD that they were raped. Okay, and those children, because they are children, are also redacted, but they reported that they were emmed. If you know what I mean by the word emmed by Donald Trump. And as far as those stories are concerned, they are awfully disgusting.
Okay, but hold on a second. So all right. So you cannot give me the name. Can you please at least give me the allegation? Can you please tell me, like, what did Trump do? Like the specific, like what is the allegation based on the files?
Yes,
that you're claiming that Trump did.
Epstein
Hang on,
confessed.
real quick, family, real quick, hang on.
Yes, Rafi.
Now we got to be real
careful.
friendly.
That's not a problem. I can be real careful. It's not a problem. Epstein reported that
Epstein?
Yes, Epstein reported that he gave to DT on his island a pageant.
Really?
For children and had DT with those children. And that's all I'm going to say, because the other part of it is not something I'm going to repeat on TikTok.
So Epstein came forward and stated this? That's
Yes.
absolutely false.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
not. Look at the Department of Justice papers.
Yes, I
It's
have
in
read
there.
all the claims. I have read all the allegations. That is
Yes.
not part of the claims.
It's called
I'm
Calendar
sorry.
Girls. That's what the files say, Calendar Girls. Look it up.
Calendar Girls. Okay,
Yes.
let's look it up.
You can look it up. And that's the only thing I'm going to say. As far as that goes, you're supporting a P3DO. And that's all I'm going to say. I land my plane.
Twisted.
Okay, so there's only a couple of things that I'm going to say about this because this is a very sensitive subject. So what I'm going to say about it is simply the fact that there was only one confirmed person that allegedly spoke to DT in the police department, and it was a longtime friend of his that said that he reported. Nobody else actually spoke to DT about this. So it was one person that reported that he had come forward before. The only other thing that I will say about this is that there has been several people that have said that he was also there. And not only that, but these files, what Family First was talking about these files in the first place, these files is what led to Jeffrey E. getting arrested in the first place. The case built against him. These files are the reason that Ghislaine Maxwell got sent to prison. These same files that say the same thing and have DT's name all in them, and these same things that they were accusing Jeffrey E. and Ghislaine Maxwell of. He was involved in that and in those same files, and that is what Family First was trying to say about that. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to speak about this any further. You need to go look it up and actually read up on it, because I've gone through these files. And I have been somebody that's been going through these files for months, still haven't read through all of them. So I highly doubt that in the past 5 or 6 months that these files have actually been available. That you've gone through over 3 million files. Let's also not forget that there's also almost 3.5 million that has yet to be released, because the DOJ has said they're not going to release anymore. We're not going. We shouldn't.
I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but let's go back to that allegation. So that allegation was not brought by Epstein himself. That allegation was brought by an anonymous tip, right? Which is the FBI tip line, right? And what they found, this is the FBI under Biden, right? Under Biden. Let's make sure that we know this. Under Biden, they found that allegation was non-credible. Not only that, the tipster also forgot to not only give her name, but also her date of birth. Therefore, they tried to contact her back, and she didn't answer, therefore was put in that tip line as non-credible source. So let's just state the facts. It was not Epstein himself who claimed this. It was an anonymous tipster. Calendar girls.
It is right up there. Actually an event planner, the guy who planned the event. Just saying.
No, it was an anonymous tipster who, again, no contact information provided and no date of birth.
Are you looking at the
I'm reading it right
screen?
now.
Look at the screen.
I'm reading it from the actual files.
Look at the screen. Look at the screen.
Yeah, that is an article. I'm reading from the DOJ themselves. I can give you the file name.
Jesus Christ, Roy.
Is EFTA. Is EFTA 01660679.
Hush.
Times report.
What's up, Rage?
I was just saying it. The New York Times reported on it, so there's got to be some facts in there. They're not just going to report garbage. Or else they would get sued. Just saying. In my opinion. Like Fox News did.
I agree with that, Rage.
Right on.
I agree with that, Rage. And that's something else I'd like to point out really quickly. It's amazing to me that DT sues over everything, but none of the 30 some odd women that have come out against him have been sued.
At least not successfully, they haven't.
Yeah, why aren't they being sued for defamation then, Roy, by the president? If that's what's going on.
Yeah, so I am reading from the DOJ file.
It's almost like he tried it before and his ass got cooked in court.
Stop. Fuck. If you have not been introduced, please do not unmute yet.
Well, allow me to respond. If I can respond really quick. I'm reading from the DOJ file, right? It says at age 16, while modeling, Caller attended 8 parties at Epstein, New York's residence, yada yada, and Rain. It says right next to it, like the allegation, it says that the tip was deemed non-credible.
Why don't you give us a chance to introduce these new people? Since I know you just want to talk, I get that. You'll have a chance. Can we introduce the people that haven't been up, please? That haven't, because they're anxious to speak as well.
Well, the
Hi, I'm
Addy
Rach. Nice
person
to meet you, by the
left.
way.
Addy person left. River, just for those who don't know you, age, state, who you voted for.
Sure, 57, Pennsylvania, and I voted for Harris.
Thank you so
River!
Not Trump.
Yeah, River's my neighbor, sort of.
Hell yeah.
Yes, we are. We're neighbors.
Heck yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna drop down because Roy's exhausting me and I need to fucking sleep. So, Roy, behave. Say yes, Lawless. I will behave.
I always behave.
Say yes, Lawless. I will behave.
Yes, Lawless. I will always behave.
Okay, thank you, Roy. Everyone, I'll be down in the comments for a little while and then I'm gonna go to bed.
All right, have a good one.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Laws.
Good night, Lois. Get you some rest, please.
Good night,
and let us go back.
Twiz.
Alice.
How you doing, Twiz?
I'm doing good, River. I hope you are. I haven't seen you in a hot minute, and it's nice to see you.
Yeah, I've been working nonstop. I got a new job, and that's all I've been doing is sleeping and working. So,
Congratulations,
but
by the
I
way.
miss you
Holy
guys
shit.
too.
Congratulations on your new job, by the way. Sorry.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I'm glad. How is Mrs. Twiz doing? She good?
Yep, she's doing good. I'm actually going to make her some food here in a minute and set up her TPN.
All right. So I said hi.
I certainly will.
So, where were we?
Yeah, so again, I would like you guys, instead of pulling up articles, I would like you guys to go to the primary source, which is, I can give you the file name where all these claims are in a box, right? In a right? And we can go through each box where the FBI concluded that they were non-credible tips.
Okay. Now you're talking about you're talking about this Department of Justice right now?
No, under Biden.
You can't talk about Biden.
What do you mean?
You cannot talk about Biden. It's Trump's
That was the
game.
FBI.
It's Trump's game. And the thing is, there was an active case going on during Biden's administration, and he could not talk about it. He could not bring files out, and he could not get his deal. Yes, you don't understand. When there's an active court case, you cannot bring out files from it because that's evidence.
No, that's absolutely false.
Are you stupid?
That's absolutely false.
You are that dumb?
What?
No, that's
Anybody
absolutely
else?
false.
Anybody?
So
No.
let me
it's
explain.
not.
Let
Look
me
it
explain
up.
you how it
Look
works.
it up. Look it up. In an active court case, you cannot take evidence and put it out in public. That's what those files were. They were evidence.
In public.
They were evidence.
That's
You
different.
cannot put evidence in public.
All right, but that's not what we're discussing. First
No,
of all,
it is what
we
you're
were
discussing because you're saying Biden.
No. So I said
No.
that
You said
these
Biden.
tips.
You
Yes,
said
I said
Biden.
Biden.
Well,
The
that has
FBI
nothing.
under
Biden has nothing to
Biden
do with.
found
Look,
those tips
Biden
non-credible.
has
Wait a
nothing
second,
to
River.
do
Wait a
with
second,
it.
River. Wait a second, River. Just let him respond. I know
I'm tired of
it's
the
normal, but
lies.
I know. I understand. Go ahead, Roy.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that when these tips were submitted, that was under the Biden administration. So the FBI under the Biden administration went through all these tips and they concluded that they were non-credible. This is not my claim. This is the claim from the DOJ themselves.
Wasn't it Trump that tipped off the FBI about Jeffy Boy? Because he got pissed off that Jeff bought a house
Hey.
underneath him or something.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is from justice.gov if you can't see. Hold on. And check this out, man. We got 2 photos of female buttocks. We got 3 butt plugs. We got 1 boop, 1 leash, 1 box of raincoats, a nurse cap. Oh, we got a ton of stuff here. Holy cow. Photographs depicting. Let's see. Oh, we got tons of stuff here. These are the files.
Rage, hold on a second. I gotta write down raincoats because that's fabulous.
Raincoat, yeah, right.
Do you see what it
50 gallon a jug of lube.
Right.
And Rage,
I wonder if
can
they
I,
found
sorry,
baby oil everywhere.
can I
Right.
borrow a big screen real quick? Sorry, for the releasing a evidence in public while the case is going. This is the fucking things. It's illegal to release any
Right.
evidence
That's
right
what I
over here.
said. Because everybody said, "Oh, why didn't Biden release them? It was an active
No,
court case. You cannot
but the
do that."
different. Yeah, but the difference is that even if an
Hello.
appeal is still
Hey,
going,
hey,
the,
Roy,
Blaze
hush
talking,
this.
guys. Host.
Okay, we are gonna have some order back here again. Lawless dropped down, so I am going to speak up on this. We are going to conduct ourselves like adults. We are going to speak one person at a time. If you're all speaking at the same time, nobody can understand anything being said. So we need to do this one person at a time. We need to put hands in the hands up in the comments. I will be trying my best to watch out for the hands. I've had mine in there for a really long time. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to do this like adults, and we're going to one person at a time, hands in the comments, and we're not going to talk over each other because that's just rude to each and every person, and then nobody can hear us when any down there in the cheap seats, they don't know what we're saying because we're all talking over. So for now, that's where we're at with that. And I've put it in the comments several times. Jane Doe number 4. I mean, I don't even have to say much more about it. In the files was Jane Doe number 4. I mean, it's as credible as it gets. So, Rage, I see you wanting to point some stuff out, so go ahead, please.
So first, I was gonna say I'm so sorry. My brain's fried. I should have been on that quicker. I apologize. Do we know the order that people are gonna?
Rage, you're very muffled.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to apologize, Slay. My brain's like fried. I should have been on that better. Do we have a specific order right now, or is?
At this moment, I don't think there's any hands up at the moment. So, that way, when you get done, then we'll go ahead and go from there. No, it's not your fault, Rage. No, don't feel it was your fault at all. I think we just got a little excited because this is kind of a topic that everybody takes to heart. So, yeah, I'm not mad at nobody. There's nothing. There's no. Not coming down on anybody. I love the passion that we bring here, and that's what makes this one of the best freaking live streams there is, because we're just a bunch of passionate people. So,
All right.
Go ahead, Rage.
Well, thanks. I'm just looking. Girl picks nude book 4. Just like Twisted said, these are from justice.gov, and it gives the file name right here. So, yeah.
can I see something?
Yeah. What do you want?
Yeah, so I just again, this is the source is right there. I have it on the screen. It says yes, the Department of Justice can bring co-conspirator charges against new defendants even if a primary defendant conviction is currently on appeal. So therefore, the source is the DOJ themselves. So therefore, the Biden administration could have brought new charges to the people involved in the Epstein files, even if the files were sealed, because they were sealed to the public, not to the DOJ. Okay, so there's a distinction.
No,
the Biden administration refused to bring new charges to the people around Epstein.
Go ahead, Twisted. And then after Twisted, River. Thank you.
When Junie. So no, okay. My thing is that okay. I feel like Joe Biden was not sitting here looking over the DOJ's shoulder like a hawk. Okay, that's not what he did. That's not what Kamala Harris did. They had other things to do as the president and the vice president. You know, so I feel like that it would be disingenuous to say that it was Joe Biden himself, for example. You know, there was already active investigations going on. So what the argument was that the files could not be released publicly. It didn't really have anything to do with whether or not new charges could be made against somebody else. That would be up to the DOJ under any administration if they were going to bring charges up on someone else. However, I'd like to point out that the obviously the DOJ was hesitant to bring charges up anyway up to Trump simply because of the fact that it's just like the charges that went up against him that did go up against him. They wait for J6, for example. They waited for like 2 years because they were worried that the American people would look at it as retaliatory.
What?
Did you not
That
know
doesn't
that?
even make sense.
Of course it
That
doesn't make
doesn't even make
sense. Of
sense.
course it doesn't make
For
sense.
4 years, the
Did you
whole
not notice? Did you not
sir,
notice
for
that
four
the
years,
charges, the other charges that they brought up against him for J6, they waited forever to bring those charges and to bring up any of the other charges against him, which is one
well,
of the
first of
reasons
all,
why he didn't serve any time for his 34 felonies. He didn't serve
yeah,
any time for his
I'm
34
glad you're
felonies.
I'm glad you're changing the
I'm not
subject, but
pivoting.
for
I'm
four
simply
years, the
saying
people. Okay.
what I'm saying is that your argument, you were talking about why didn't the DOJ release them before? River tried to stop you on that, and other people told you already, and I also confirmed, along with several dozen people that were talking, that you cannot release the files publicly while there is
Publicly.
an active investigation going.
Nobody's
But
arguing
then
this.
you're the one that pivoted to bringing up the Biden administration's DOJ and what they could
No,
bring new charges on. Again, I say the DOJ was very hesitant on what they brought up towards Trump because people were looking at anything
towards
they did
Trump.
as retaliatory.
What does that have to do with Trump bringing
He's
new
not listening.
charges to
Okay, he's not listening. I'm
co-conspirators?
done. He's not listening. Go ahead, River, or
I
whoever
mean,
else is next.
what does that have to do
Can you
with
shut your
bringing a
mouth and I'll
charge to Larry
explain everything?
Summers?
Listen, I'm only going to say this once. Keep quiet. When you are in the middle of an active court case like Giselle was, because she was still on trial from when her connection with E was brought up. He was supposed to be tried first, but you know what happened. Then she was being tried during Biden's administration, which means it is an active court case, and Biden did not have the power to pull those files and show everybody.
Nobody's
That's what it
arguing
is.
this.
That's what it is. Stop talking.
Nobody's arguing this. I
You
understand
are.
what you're saying. What
You're
I'm saying is
arguing it.
that if there's this ring of people
They're not
that
this.
helped Epstein to do these atrocious things, why did the Biden administration or the DOJ under Biden did not brought any new charges to this ring of people that were helping Epstein do these atrocious things?
Well, because if they went to a grand jury, which every charge they go to the grand jury, if the grand jury said there wasn't enough evidence, there's no trial. That's why. Don't blame the
But the evidence
blame
is
the DOJ.
So you're saying that they didn't have evidence. So what? So what makes you think that they
Oh,
have
wait,
no
wait, wait,
evidence
wait,
now?
wait. Please
Stop.
wait. Please
So-
wait for a second, everybody. Please. Lawless is down in the comments. Lawless has got a headache. Lawless is trying. Never mind.
Roy, why am I back up here?
I don't know.
You don't know you weren't just talking over River?
Was I? Oh, I
I
apologize.
think so. Now I'm going to stay up here because apparently your child
again in
needs to be.
Schrodinger's Strait of Hormuz. Oil is still flowing
Shut.
through the Strait of
Oh my God, what's
Hormuz,
going
but
on?
what the U.S. is
Please
demanding now, according to
stop.
senior administration officials.
Thank you.
Oh, dear God. Okay. River, go ahead. Roy,
Okay.
mute.
Like I said,
Now,
the
Roy.
grand jury. Well, I'll wait.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
These accessories or whatever, co-conspirators, they have to go through a grand jury. And it's the grand jury who decides if there's enough evidence to go forward with a trial. So if they were not tried, that means there was not enough evidence against these people to be go ahead with a trial because they will not win. That's what I'm talking about. It's a grand jury. It's not the DOJ. It's nothing. It's the federal grand jury that has to do this. And they didn't find enough evidence. Not my fault they didn't find enough evidence because they probably did do this, but the grand jury said there was not enough evidence and threw it out. Not my fault. Sorry.
Yes, we're going through the correct path, right? There's a statute of limitations for most of the crimes that these people committed, right? Now, then I could argue the same thing under the Trump administration. They don't have enough evidence to bring new charges to co-conspirators that helped Epstein do these atrocious things. So what you're arguing here is that you just want the files to be released just for your personal pleasure, right? You just want to see what's in there.
Excuse me? Back the
Yes,
hell up
you
on
just
that
wanna
one,
see-
please. No.
You just want to see what's
I
inside
don't-
those files.
Stop talking.
Hold
I'm
on.
not done.
Hold on. One at a time.
I don't want it for my personal pleasure. I want it so every stinking man that is on that list will go to jail. Republican, Democrat, green, orange, I don't care. They need to go to jail. That's what I want. The fact that the
But we have
the fact that the grand jury didn't find anything is nobody's fault but the grand jury and the people
Okay,
who
but
presented the evidence. The prosecution presented evidence to the grand jury, and the grand jury said there's not enough to charge them. That's how the law works. That's how court goes. That's why trials are made the way they are. Grand jury, they are anonymous. Nobody knows who they are. So that's what I'm telling you. They did not find enough evidence.
Okay, so if we are acknowledging that they don't have enough evidence, then what good is there to release the files if there's not enough evidence to prosecute these
You
people?
said for co-conspirators.
Hold on.
You didn't say
before you
actual
respond,
men.
River, before you
I'm sorry?
respond,
yes.
Rage, what were you pointing out?
Oh, I don't know. I was just telling him. I was just gonna tell him. I muted him because he kept like interrupting River.
Okay.
And like you really gotta take turns, dude. I know, like you want to protect your fearless leader. I get that. But please take turns, okay? And whenever you're done, River Twisted has something that he wants to say.
Sure. Co-conspirators and people on those lists are two different things. The people that are on those lists, when they get busted, when the list actually does come out, if it ever does, that's who I want to go to jail. The ones that are actually on that list. I don't care about co-conspirators because they weren't co-conspirators. They were actually committing crimes.
Okay, all right.
They were
so
the ones that
let's
hurt the girls. They're the ones that hurt the boys. That's it. I want those men to go to jail. That's who I want.
all right. I
And
understand
I'm
what you're
done.
saying.
Go ahead,
So
Twiz.
let's.
River, let him respond.
I understand what you're saying. So let's go back to square one. So even if they're co-conspirators and the guys that committed these atrocious things, right? The list, right? Under the DOJ of the Biden administration, they failed to prosecute these people on the list that committed these crimes, ma'am.
I'm done
That's
with
what I'm
you
trying to
because you
get
don't
at you.
no, you're lying. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'm done with
no,
you.
Brought you the
no,
source.
no. We are doing one at a time.
Well, she says that I'm lying, but I brought her the
No,
source that the
know,
DOJ can bring charges.
This goes for friendlies and ops. We are doing one at a time.
So based on statute, right? Based on the law, the DOJ can bring charges to people who committed crimes on this whole Epstein thing, right? So they failed to do that because a lot of these people, right, they committed crimes a long time ago, and they have to find a way to prove that these people continue to do this crime for a long period of time, right? So the statute of limitations is an issue, right? So the DOJ, again,
There
under
is
Biden,
no statute
failed
of
to
River,
do
lim-
that.
River, he was
Wait,
talking.
I
River.
just want to say there is no
No, no,
statute.
no, no. We are doing one at a time. God damn
Well,
it.
go ahead. Go ahead, ma'am. It's okay.
There's no statute of limitations on child abuse and child assault and child SA. There is no statute of limitations on that. It's a federal crime.
Yes, okay, perfect. But what exactly, evidence do you need to collect in order to prove that a person committed that crime?
I don't know. Talk to the prosecutor that sent it to the grand jury.
Well, one of them is DNA, right? So if we have to collect DNA, where do we collect it at? Do you understand the issue?
Quiz, go ahead, please. Thank you.
Yeah. The issue is that the DOJ has a really hard case to prove. That's why under the Biden administration and under the Trump administration, they have failed to bring in new charges to the people that committed these crimes. Why? Because the case is hard to build.
Okay. Twisted, go ahead, man.
Okay. So, what I find what you said about wanting the files released for somebody's own personal pleasure. I find that absolutely abhorrent and disgusting. I think that DJT ran on. He would release those files because even Maga called for them to be released, and he said he would release them. Then he decided that he was going to try his absolute best to not release them. Even when it was passed, he waited, he flip flopped, he hemmed and he hawed, and he waited. And then after the date of December 19th, they still weren't all released. They released more after that until finally they said, "We're not releasing anymore. We're done with that." Over 3 million files. The point that I'm going to be making here is simply because I think that only people that are guilty do not want to know whose names are in these files. They didn't even do what they were supposed to do by the letter of the Epstein Transparency Act anyway, because they redacted names of perpetrators and left in names of victims. And they were supposed to do the opposite. It was only supposed to be names of victims and identification markers for victims that were redacted to protect victims, because perpetrators should not be protected. End of story. And I feel like that for you to sit here and say that we wanted it for that, I'm going to say this very, very candidly. I don't care if Joe Biden is in those files, put him under the jail. I don't care if Barack Obama is in those files, put him under the jail. I don't care if Jesus Christ is in those files, dig him up and put him under the jail. It doesn't matter to me. But for you, it's all about trying to make sure that your daddy is safe.
No, that's where you got it wrong. I agree 100% with what you said. If it's Donald Trump guilty of something under those files, put him in jail and throw away the key. What I'm trying to argue here is that you guys are in a personal vendetta, right? Trying to find things, or like it seems like a lot of people don't understand the process, right? They're just asking for the files to be released again for their pleasure. Why? Because we acknowledge that it's really hard. Even if the files get released tomorrow, it's going to be really hard for the DOJ to build a case and bring these people to justice. That's what I'm saying, a pleasure, right? So you just want to see who did it. And I agree with you. Let's see who did it. But we're not going to find justice, really, right? And then the second thing, you said that Trump promised in his campaign that he was going to release the files. And that makes me understand that you didn't pay attention to his campaign, because he, prior to the election, came in an interview on Fox News, and they asked him that question: will you release the JFK files? He said yes. Will you release the Martin Luther King files? He said yes. Will you release the Epstein files? On that one, I don't know, because there's a lot of people involved. I don't think I will release those.
Hey, Roy, I'm just going to say, can we say e-files or just to preserve the live? Thank you.
All right.
Let's see, who do we have? River? River's up?
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. First, he said he was going to release the files. Then Pam Bondi said, the files are on my desk and I'm reviewing them. And then it became a Democratic hoax. So what lie am I supposed to believe?
Well, the Democratic hoax comes from
Don't talk about
Trump
Democrats.
being
This is
on the...
about Trump. This is about Pam Bondi. And this is about Trump calling it a Democratic hoax. Which lie am I supposed to believe? That Pam Bondi had them? That he was going to release them? No, he will not release them because he's a narcissist, and he doesn't. If he was not on those files, he'd be up on top of the White House roof screaming, "I'm not on those files." Trust me, I know this man better than anybody else. And that's what he would do. Since he is in the files, he's going to protect himself and all his cronies that are on that file from being charged, because they still can be charged if they're on the files and it's been proven that they did something. So there you go. This was a joke from the beginning. He was never going to do that.
Okay. All right. Family, I see your hand. What you got, man?
Roy, I have a question for you real quick. Are you like not listening to anything anybody says, or is it just a matter of you just follow the words that come out of Donald Trump's mouth and that's just true?
I'm listening.
You listen? Do you listen? Do you really listen, or do you just follow what Trump says and then that's true? That's what I want to know.
Well, it seems like you're not listening to me. I don't listen to what Trump... I'm not a sheep. If Trump... I don't like the way Trump handled the Epstein files. You haven't even asked me that. How do I feel about the Epstein files? But I'm not going to stand here...
please.
Oh,
You've already been
E-files.
asked.
I
E-files.
apologize.
Somebody should drop him and keep saying it.
I
E-files.
apologize.
Okay.
E-files. I
What
forgot.
do you think of Trump's leadership?
What do I think about Trump's leadership? I think he's doing a great job.
So you think that a felon who is a convicted felon is doing a great job?
I think that nothing is perfect, and I believe his intentions are good, and what he's doing is good enough for me.
So you like, sorry, Rage. You like the fact that we're in
No. Rage has her hand up.
I just wanted to ask, Roy, if not guilty, then why is Trump and the DOJ trying to prevent New Mexico from doing the investigation on the e-files and the Zorro Ranch? Because they're actively obstructing that as we speak. Why
Yeah,
is
well,
that?
I think the reason why they're hesitant to release these files is because I think this goes way beyond Trump. This is not about Trump. There's intelligence agencies involved in this. There's more to that, to the story, that they're trying to protect themselves. The system is trying to protect itself, pretty much.
Hold on real quick. What's up, Slee? All right? Slizzle, you there?
Yeah, you know, same old fucking bullshit every goddamn motherfucking day shit. I'm about to end this live and fucking start a fucking another one just so I can motherfucking vent and then put that motherfucker all over goddamn fucking YouTube.
Oh, you want to do it?
I'm up. I'm game. And I will post that motherfucker and tag that bitch in it too.
All right, y'all. Moral of the story: Donald Trump sucks. Let's catch you on the flip side.